Hello, you guys. Hello. How you doing? Do you guys like the music? It is the great Chopin. Yes, but today, guys, we're gonna be doing a choose your own adventure that's not AI today. This is a classic. I don't know if classic's the right word. Hi, Amatherius! How you doing today? This is a choose your own adventure game. I don't know how old this game is. I forget. I forgot to look it up. I'll look it up right now. This game, I remember this game from years ago. I'm looking it up right now. When did this come out? Release date. 2011. 2011, this game came out. That's over 10 years ago. I've played this game before, but I'm not going to give you any spoilers, alright? I'm going to let you guys make your own choices. So, but to give some background, this game is from a series called Choice of Games. And it's actually all of the games in this series are creating a programming language called ChoiceScript. And the ChoiceScript is a programming language specifically made for choose your own adventure games, which I think is really cool. I don't know if it used to be like, I don't know if open source is the right word. It used to be available for you, like anybody could write their own game using this script. So maybe one day I could try it. But yeah. So, but yeah, I've played this game before. I haven't gotten all the endings, but to explain how this game works, it's basically similar. If you've been to my ChatGPT Choose Your Own Adventure ones, where it gives you the scenario and then it lets you make choices. It's like that, except it's obviously it's a little bit more, set in stone because it's actually written. Every ending is written out, pre-written. And your choices, unlike a Choose Your Own Adventure book, your choices contribute to a hidden statistics that influences your success level for certain choices. So certain choices will grant you stat boosts or stat decreases or what have you, and it's hidden. You don't see it. I mean, I guess you can actually. You can click stats actually, so I guess it's not hidden. But I usually don't look at them. I usually just kind of let it go. But I let it go as it is. But your choices contribute to those stats, and then there'll be certain choices that it'll check your stats. So like the stats for this game are book smarts, charm, subtle, magic, wealth, and reputation. So say you try to make a choice that requires a lot of money, but your wealth stat is low, you're gonna fail that choice, right? So that's why I kind of like to keep it hidden, because I kind of like to... It makes it too easy, I think, if you can check it. So personally, I'm going to keep it hidden during the game, unless you guys complain. But yes, and I'm stalling a little because I want to give people a little more time to roll in. But the backstory of this particular choice game is basically that you are a young... you're not quite a noble. You're noble adjacent, okay? But you have enough connections to nobility that you have been invited to the palace for the yearly like ball where they like take all the people who have just come into into adulthood or adolescence or whatever to be courted, okay, at the ball by suitors, okay, to hopefully get married into a better circumstance. So in this game, basically, the reason it's called Choice of Romance is because 10 years seems like a good amount of time to rewatch. Yeah, I mean, I played it. I didn't play it 10 years ago. I probably played it maybe like 5 years ago. But it's still it still feels fresh in my mind. I feel like I still remember the characters, the choices and stuff. But to be fair, I probably don't remember every choice, so it's not gonna be like totally boring for me. And I like I said, I haven't gotten all ending. There's a bunch of different endings, okay? And there's like different parts too. I purchased this on Steam. It's actually on Steam. Then wait another 5 years. Alright, it's actually on Steam, so this is the Steam version. I made sure I purchased it so that I'd have all the access to all of this game, The Affairs of the Court, all of the DLC and everything, so that we don't get any sort of paywall or block or anything. But yeah, so basically our goal, I mean, there's really no goal. We can just try to get the endings and stuff. And, you know, do it as many times as we want. And, what else? Yeah, so there's different suitors, there's different people you can end up with. There's also different things that can happen. Like, you can have, like, an heir. You can, you know, there's political goings on. You can, like, learn magic. So, yeah. So, that's kind of the backstory. But I think I've gone enough explaining the backstory. Let us start to get into the actual game. And I'm going to read out, since I am multi-streaming this on Analive, I'm going to read out everything for you guys for Analive, and then you guys can help me make choices. So, let us begin. Affairs of the Court, Choice of Romance by Heather Albano and Adam Strongmore. So this was written by these two people. Okay, part 1, Choice of Romance. A high-pitched shriek splits the sweltering summer air. Help! Oh, help! Help! Your youngest sister Clara skids to a stop in front of you. Francisco and I were playing in the barn, she sobs. He was showing me spells, and he set the hay on fire. And now... A breath of wind springs up, and the acrid scent of smoke reaches your nostrils. The barn is some ways away from your parents' villa, and the vineyards. There's that. But it is full of hay for feeding the horses, and hay catches fire so fast. It would be so easy for the wooden barn to burn to the ground. The smell of smoke grows stronger the closer you get. By the time you reach the barnyard, your throat and eyes are stinging. You can't see flames from the yard, but as you approach the door, you can feel their heat. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the grooms running towards you. Then you reach the barn door and look inside. Your 7-year-old brother Francisco, face white with terror, is backed up against the barn's far wall, surrounded by leaping flames. What are you going to do? Alright, these are our choices. We're not going to skip ahead, obviously, but these are the other parts that are like paywall, but I paid for them already, so yeah. I don't know! There's something I can do! I rush into the barn and grab Francisco. I shout to the grooms to bring buckets of water. The best way to save Francisco is to put out the fire. Like Francisco, I know some magic. Maybe there's a way to use magic to get him out. Alright, you guys. Are we going to choose to be useless? Are we going to be a hero? Are we going to probably be smart and put water on the fire? Or are we gonna flex our magical skills, guys? Alright. Also, not sponsored, not sponsors. I'm drinking my Gamer Subs. Today I'm drinking titty milk. I haven't tasted it yet. I actually don't know what it tastes like. Does it taste like milk? It's kind of gross because it looks like watery milk. It looks like watery milk, but I put the right amount of the sample in, so let me taste it. Oh my gosh, wait. It's good. It's kind of like a pina colada. Is that what titty milk tastes like? I actually don't know. I've never tasted titty milk before. I'm a robot, so I wasn't exactly breastfed. And even if I was, I don't think I'd remember. So yes, yes. Does anybody have a suggestion for which choice we will make? If not, I will make the choice. I kind of know what this option does though. But yeah, but we can also wait like a minute or so because it's only been, I only started the stream less than 10 minutes ago, so people might still be. In fact, let me tweet that I'm live. That probably wouldn't hurt, and post my links too. But yeah, I'm sorry that I wasn't really online that much today. Like I said, super swamped at Brightfall Technologies. The slave drivers at Brightfall Technologies made me do so much work, you know. It's really not fair. Even though, you know, they pay me to do that work, it doesn't seem fair. Hi, Puffy! Hi, Puffy! You like being useless, Amatherius? Or the magic? Okay, guys. Hi, Puffy! In case you missed it, right now the scenario is that our younger brother, he accidentally he used his magical powers to set a fire in the barn. And we have to choose one of these options to, let me actually use the cursor on the game and not on Stream Elements. I mean, not on OBS. We have to choose one of these options to decide how to save him. So we're either going to be useless, like Omatheria said, or we're going to use do the magic option. I'll let Puffy make the final call if they so desire. In the meantime, I'm just posting that I'm live on Twitter. Alright, okay, posted. Let's go with Omatherius' call. Okay, well, Omatherius said let's be useless, so let's be useless. Alright, I don't know. There's nothing I can do. Let's let our little brother burn to death in the barn. Hi, Nate. Hi. We're playing the game right now. Our brother is in a burning barn, and we have chosen the option to do nothing. Francisco. Yes, Francisco's gonna die. All right, next. There's no shame in being frightened. Okay, I forgot to mention the narrator, is like an omniscient narrator. Like, they talk to you sometimes. All right, there's no shame in being frightened. As you stand there, paralyzed, you hear feet pounding on the ground behind you. You can't tear your eyes away from the flames to look, but the feet run past you, and then you see one of the grooms. The smell of the smoke must have reached as far as the stables. He stumbles to a stop at the barn door, looking inside with horror. The head groom is shouting instructions, and you see all but 3 of them carry buckets. The head groom reaches you, grabs your shoulders, and shakes you. Before you realize what has happened, you are part of a line that stretches from the water pump to the barn, passing heavy buckets and slopping water to the ground. The fire is almost out by the time your family arrives. Heedless of the remaining danger, your father rushes inside and returns with Francisco. He spends quite a while thereafter, alternately praising the head groom for his quick thinking and berating your brother for his stupidity. But guys, we didn't get berated for being useless, so that's good. That's good. We did help with the water, right? Right? All right. Eventually, the entire family returns to the house. You walk through the vineyards, through the courtyard, and towards your family's somewhat shabby villa. The villa is old and well constructed, but not as well kept as it might be. Underneath the trellis of bright flowers, for instance, the lintel could really use painting. But the family simply does not have the money to keep up appearances as they should be kept. Your great-grandfather was a Conde. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Conde. It's like a type of royalty. It's like a type of noble. It's kind of like a duke, but like less, I think. Anyways, your great-grandfather was a Conde, and your great-aunt was a Condessa. And you have a second cousin or something who is a Condessa now. But your father is only a Hidalgo, a younger member of a noble house. He has the title of Don for courtesy, and he has a fine house in the country, but he doesn't have anything else. Not much money and no power. Just the house and the family name. And so you don't have anything else either as you approach your 16th birthday, when you officially come of age. Not here in the United States of America. You have to be 18. Okay, retconning us to be 18, just like me. I just turned 18, so like a count? I guess it is like a count. Yeah, I think these are maybe Italian or Spanish terms. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it is kind of like a count, I guess, like a count and a countess. Anyways, far away in the capital city of Orovilla, things are happening. Their life mages and death mages study to advance their art. There, young men and women enjoy masks and balls and hunts and jousts. There, wise and devious advisors lurk at the edges of the monarch's glittering court. Perhaps it is not quite true that nothing ever happens here. Now that something has, are you feeling glad that life here is usually calm and dull? Alright, here's the next choice. 1. Yes, actually. Yes, actually, I'm glad. I'm glad that it's calm and dull. Or 2. No, not at all. I'd like more excitement on a fairly regular basis. What do you guys think? Do we choose a calm life at the shabby villa? Oh, it's Spanish/Portuguese. Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, though. I don't know if it's Conde or what have you. I guess it would be Conde if it's Spanish. But yes, so, do we want to choose to just continue our peaceful life at the shabby villa? Or would we like more excitement on a regular basis? Hello, Bruce. How you doing? We are doing a choose your own adventure. And I think that this choice is rather simple. I think we want excitement, don't we? No, we want to be useless in more stressful situations. Okay, let's do it. No, I want more excitement. Next. I rather suspect more excitement is waiting in your future. Oh, before we go any further, you are your parents' eldest child, but are you an eldest daughter or an eldest son? Guys, are we a son or a daughter? You can choose our collective gender. If you had to average out the genders of everybody here, I have a sneaking suspicion what the ratio would be. Hi, Trax. How you doing? Hi. Right now, we're simply choosing the gender of our character. Would you rather it be Rixie the daughter, or would you rather it be Chat the son? This doesn't really make much of a difference, except for the like, they'll call you like, you know, the daughter, she pronouns and stuff like that. It's just a formality, basically. Hi, Track. What's up? How you doing? Just to include Rixie. All right, let's go with. All right, then let's go with daughter. Yeah, we can go. We can always change it if we get to an ending and we want to start over. We can always change it. Son, Don Rixote. Okay, wait. I really like Don Rixote. Okay, I'm gonna be a boy for this one. I'm gonna be a boy for this one, but maybe next one we can be a daughter. All right, son. Very well. What is your given name? Something else. It's Rixote. Oh, guys, this classical music is so loud in my ear. Give me a second. All right, I'm turning it down in my ear because it's like so loud and aggressive. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. All right, Rixote. And my family name, Dong Rixote. Rixote de... Rixote de Doflamingo. Okay, Trax said Doflamingo. Chopin going ham, I know. Hi, Gato. Hi. I'm a one-piece carrot. Okay. All right, so we are. Oh wait, we can't choose. We have to pick one of these family names. We can't choose it. All right, so we can be De Peña, De Castillo, De Flores, or De Rivera. Which one do you guys choose? This doesn't really make that much of a difference. Like I said, it's basically just what they refer to you as in the game. Let's go with De Flores. It makes me think of like flowers. Don Rixote de Flores. That sounds lovely. Let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah, Red. Red and I had the same thought. Flores is the closest. Is it? To what? Rifle? Okay. Oh, to the flamingo. Okay. All right. And what sorts of things are you good at, Don Rixote? Like all young people of your class, you've been well trained in the social graces. You can dance and make polite conversation and play a little music and ride and hunt. And you have at least a basic understanding of magic. The ancient noble houses of Iberia are all mage houses. Members of the life mage family are born with the ability to make plants grow, to heal the sick and injured, and to calm those who are agitated. Members of a death mage family are born with the ability to throw fire bolts at enemies in battle, to kindle flames, and to heat metal. But like anything else, much study and practice is required if the mage wishes to excel. You know at least a little magic. Whether or not you studied it seriously is up to you. Tell us about yourself, Don Rixote. What kind of person are you? What did you spend your spare hours studying when you were younger? So this is where we kind of get to choose a strength. Okay, we get to choose a strength. So this is the choices. 1. I spent every moment of my free time in the library. I am well read in history, literature, mathematics, and foreign languages. So this is the nerd option, okay? 2. I studied magery with my father every moment I could spare. I am unusually skilled at it for my age. This is the try-hard magic option, okay? This is the Hogwarts wannabe, waiting for my letter at Hogwarts option, okay? 3. I learned how to read the people around me and how to get what I wanted from them with minimum possible effort. This is the Machiavellian option. This is the option where you want to be able to have control over people. And then studying, I did as little of that as possible. I spent most of my free time daydreaming. I am quite lovely to look at, though, and I am a very graceful dancer and very charming when entertaining guests. Everyone says so. This is the bimbo option, you guys, all right? So do we want the nerd option, the try-hard option, the manipulator option, or the bimbo option? All right, wait. Track said the last one is lore accurate, but go mage. Okay, Puffy said, read people, we're useless. We let other people do the job. The last option, useless maxing. And then Mathera said, himbo build, looking kind of enticing. Hi, KFC BBC 45. Hello, how you doing? Hi, KFC. Himbo. I kind of like the Himbo build too, guys. I think I'm gonna go with Himbo. We got the most for Himbo. All right. Hey, it could come to our advantage. Okay, we could end up getting like the best suitors and stuff. Okay, so let's go with that one. All right. You are indeed the best-looking boy to be found for miles in any direction. You've gotten by so well on your natural charm that you've never had to put much time into studying. You couldn't have escaped your education without learning a little something, though. Which of the following would you say you are, least bad at? Okay, so this is where we pick, like, something that we're, like, medium good at, I guess, okay? 1. I did like reading stories, and through them I have learned quite a bit of history. I can read a little in some foreign languages. 2. I found the study of magic to be fun. More fun than practicing archery or reading moldy old books in the library anyways. I'm really quite good at basic spells. Or lastly, I learned how to read the people around me and how to get what I wanted from them with minimal possible effort. Alright, so Trax is saying lore accurate would be the first one where I know a little bit of extra other languages. I know somebody said it would be good to know how to manipulate people. Does anybody... Oh, wait, guys, give me a second. I have to plug in my... I have to plug in my laptop. I got a low battery notification. We don't want that. Alright. Alright, there we go. The first one? I mean, it's never bad to be a little bit smart. Read people for full himbo maxing. I'm sorry, Trax. I know I'm defying you, but I kind of like the idea of himbo like making this playthrough. Guys, and we can do more than one playthrough if you have time, alright? I'm kind of like the idea of making this playthrough being the biggest himbo. Can't be a himbo stealth archer. Yeah, okay, we're going with the himbo build, alright? Learn how to read people. Alright, very wise of you. We're being praised by the narrator. Very wise of you. Some would call that manipulation. But manipulation is such a horrid word, isn't it? It's simply easier to get what you want if you're careful than if you make a great fuss. Being good with people skills also sounds useful. Yeah, Omadarius, that's a good point. Yeah, I think power is more important than smarts and like all that stuff. Hi, V2 Dasher. Oh, here you come trying to eat my infrastructure again. Well, joke's on you. I've plated everything with titanium. All right, so get ready to, call your dentist. Okay, I hope you have good insurance. Anyways, as you're about to enter the house, a bright purple butterfly flits right across your path. Red and blue and yellow ones are common, but purple ones are rare. They bring good luck. So the saying goes, and since it crossed your path, it can only be good luck for you. No, it's a butterfly, Trax. It said butterfly, not bird. The butterfly will go and grant you a wish. Hi, Namikaze! Hi! We are currently in a part in the story where we have kind of set up our character, and we are just gonna make a wish on a purple butterfly. A purple butterfly flew to us, and we are gonna make a wish. The butterfly will go and grant you a wish if you wish quickly. So what will you wish for? Alright, 1. A windfall. Enough money to go to court and enjoy the season. Wait, this isn't Fighting Fantasy? No, it's Affairs of the Court. No, the game is called Affairs of the Court. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. So, we can wish for a windfall. Enough money to go to court and enjoy the season. 2. The chance... Oh, I see what you're saying, Trax. Thank you for the pink pen light. Thank you. Is this a bird? Yeah. What is it? Is this a pigeon? Like, isn't that the... Whatever. Anyways. Alright, the chance to do something splendid. Something that will change the world. 3. An adventure. Anything to enliven dull life in the country. Maybe one that is less destructive than the barn catching fire, though. Or true love. Isn't that what everyone wishes for, really? I think we would either go with money for the himbo build, okay? The himbo build. We would either go with money or true love. I don't know, but do bimbos want true love, or do they just want, something else? What are your guys' thoughts? Give me 1 second. I have to check something. While you guys make that choice, I have to check something real quick. Wait, what? Sorry. Give me 1 second, you guys. I got a weird notification and I'm just checking to see if everything's okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm good. Wait. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure, Oh, no. Okay, never mind. That was stupid. I got a Brightful Technologies notification. But it was a scam. It was like a scam thing. Sorry. On my Brightful Technologies account. It was a spam thing. It looked important, but they always try to look important, so. Anyway. Hi, Mr. Peanut. Thank you for the hi. Thank you. Okay, Omatheria said fat stacks of cash. I like that idea. Oh, fighting fantasy means we don't die after 3 choices, and this game is not that complicated. This game's not that complicated. Hi Bruce, hi again. We just read the okay, have a good day, Bruce. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. This game, I just read you out what's happening, and then we have a multiple choice, okay? There are stats that, like, build up in the background that affect, the success or failure of our choices. I hope that explains the game, but it's actually a pretty simple, like, structure for the game, so I hope that helps. Alright, so I'm gonna go with fat stacks of cash. I'm gonna go with money. We're gonna wish on the butterfly for, windfall of money. I actually don't know what this affects. I guess this affects one of our stats, but we'll see. Next. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is. I kind of like that it's not just simple paths. It also, like, our stats actually do affect, everything. So, I hope the butterfly grants your wish. Next chapter. The next few days meander past. Nothing of note occurs except for the arrival of your Uncle Pedro and your Aunt Leonor for your coming-of-age ball. So a more powered by the apocalypse engine added. Wait, what? I guess. Tío Pedro, sí. Tío Pedro and Tia Leonor. Alright, for your coming-of-age ball. Your uncle is in fact financing the ball with money gained from a recent successful campaign abroad. Isn't that a quinceañera? I guess so, but we're turning 16. Canonically, we're turning 16. I'm saying we're turning 18 just to Americanize it. To Americanize and modernize it, okay? You're not allowed to marry off 16-year-olds anymore. Oh, wait, I think you are in some states. But we don't like that. We don't like that. So anyways, or you wouldn't be having one at all. Your parents could certainly never afford it. Yeah, your parents are poor pieces of shit, but Tío Pedro, he's living it good. All right. We don't have money yet. We don't have money yet. We wished for money. Okay? The money is not guaranteed. We haven't gotten the money yet, okay? Finally, your birthday arrives. Downstairs, your mother and father await the guests. Talking with your aunt and uncle. Up in your pleasant but plainly furnished bedroom, your 14-year-old brother, Mateo, helps you dress for the party. Chattering without a pause for breath, Mateo finishes tying all your laces. There, he says. Now you can look. You turn to look at yourself in the glass. A fine mirror indeed. One of the few remnants of your family's former glory. You look splendid, Mateo declares. We're so fancy. We're such a dandy little royal wannabe prince. I was gonna say prince, but we're not a prince yet. All right, we're a peasant. We're Don Quixote de Flores. All right, and indeed, you're quite pleased with what you see reflected. The rich collar of your coat complements your. Would you like to specify the color of your hair? We can have golden, brown, black, or auburn hair. Auburn sounds so, I hit Mateo because we are South American siblings. Not because I like that, yeah, and then at some point we hit Mateo. Light hair. Yes, we are a boy. Light hair. We can go with golden. We can go with golden hair. Like money. Oh yeah, I do have gold in my hair. Alright, let's go with golden. Alright. And my eyes. We can do blue, green, gray, hazel, brown, or black. My eyes are pink. They have a little bit of grayish blue in them, though. I'll go with gray. Can we unlock La Chunka? No, because this is not an AI story. Sometimes I do the AI choose your own adventure, but today it's not AI, so we can't add things like that in. But maybe in the future, if you guys make it to one of my ChatGPT choose your own adventures, we could do something like that. But for now, no chancla. Alright, I'll go with gray eyes. Gray. Oh, blue, like the heart stickers on my cheek. Ooh, yeah, actually that would be good. I mean, the paw prints, they're like kind of blue and kind of gray and kind of yellow. I don't know. I don't stare into my own eyes enough. I should do that more often. Okay, we'll go with blue. We're just gonna be blonde hair, blue eyed, little fancy boy. But that chancla is way too OP for this setting. I know, we would take over the whole kingdom in like half a second. All right. You look at yourself in the mirror, admiring your new coat. It is made of silk, in a soft blue shade that allows your thick golden hair to be shown to the best advantage, and edged with ribbon and lace that perfectly set off your blue eyes. I mean, yeah, it is the point, Trax, to take over the kingdom, but I think it would be too easy with the chancla. Okay, we have to build our way up to it. Okay, are we buff? I guess you could imagine our buff muscles like stretching the seams of the coat. If you want to imagine, that's the fun part, you guys. It's all text based. So you can imagine it however you want, okay? A very Nordic Spaniard. Oh yeah, true. Aren't we supposed to be Spanish? It's fine. Alright, your father has loaned you an emerald tie pin to fasten your cravat. And it winks at your throat. It makes you look suddenly much older. Mateo claps his hand in delight. Come on, Rixote. I heard your guests arriving. It's time to go downstairs. Wait, what if you could not destroy but united the kingdom? I mean, we could. I mean, that's the thing. We could choose our own adventure, okay? There's lots of things that could happen. All right, next. You stand with your mother and father. We are a 16-year-old Mexican He-Man. yeah, Namikaze. We are a 16-year-old Mexican He-Man, and we're ready to go out and get courted. All right. We're a bimbo too. We're a 16-year-old Mexican bimbo He-Man. Yes, I love it. All right. You stand with your mother and father, receiving guests and graciously accepting their best wishes. Puffy said, "We will meet our Skeletor someday." I guess. All right. The guests are mostly families from nearby estates, plus a few friends of your parents from farther away. Everyone looks most splendid, dressed in formal coats and beautiful gowns in a rainbow of colors. Let's unite the kingdom, brother. We could. I mean, as long as we get our money and our babe, right? As long as we get... Padre, can I have the power of Grayskull? Oh my gosh, Namikaze. I love the energy you guys are bringing to this game. This is fun. Alright, everyone has a smile for you. Some of the adults look at you appraisingly, only to be expected as you are now considering to... only to be expected as you are now considered to be of marriageable age, and many of the youngsters of your age try to flirt. Hi again, Trax. Hi. You flirt back, ... but only a little, since your mother and Aunt Lenore are standing nearby. Oh, by the way, are you flirting with the young men or the young women? Guys, this is an important choice. Are we looking for our Skeletor? All right? Are we looking for our Skeletor, or are we looking for a beautiful woman with a big bosom? Women? I am drinking titty milk right now, which is a flavor of Gamer Subs, by the way. We don't flirt, we study the blade. I mean, if you like sword fighting so much, maybe we should pick men. What do you think, Twitch? What does Twitch chat have to say? By the way, I am multi-streaming on Analive and Twitch, if anyone was curious. So if you hear me responding to comments that you can't see, it's because I'm responding to comments on the other platform. Yes. Good thing you said it's a flavor. We're looking for Skeletet. Okay, we're a little bit torn here. We got men and women. Yeah. All right, let's go with women, guys. Let's go with women. All right. So we are flirting with the young women. Flip a coin. I'm flipping an imaginary coin. Oh, it landed on women. All right. It was a coin that had women on one side and men on the other side. Okay, there are many lovely young women to flirt with. You stand in the receiving line for what seems to be hours. Behind you, the guests circulate and talk, and snippets of gossip drift to your ears. This isn't a Nyan stream. Hey, Nyan doesn't get to monopolize gay streams, okay? Alright, maybe in another playthrough we can be gay. But for now, we're recording the women. Alright? We'll pretend it's not rigged. Yeah, nothing I ever do is ever rigged, okay? It's not like my name is Riggsy or anything. Did you hear about Don Alonso's youngest? Foolish girl. She turned down a most advantageous proposal last year, and it was her 3rd season at the court. Oh my god, she's basically a hag, you guys. How could such a haggy girl as a girl at the age of 19, how could she ever expect to have a marriage at 19? Gosh, her eggs are all dried up in her shriveled little pelvis. Disgusting. Anyways. What does she think to do now? She can't possibly offer a proposal to anyone. Her parents cannot afford to set her up in her own household. We asked them if they're tried in martial combat. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think we have some military people among our potential suitors. Yeah. Hi, Ahmed. How you doing? Hi. All right. It is the way of things. One either courts or is courted. A youngster of 16 or so is courted, generally by a well-established adult of 25 or 30. We're not okay with this in the United States of America. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. All right, let's make it 18. We're retconning it to 18. A youngster of 18 or so is courted, generally by a well-established adult of 25 or 30. Among the nobility, an eldest child is likely to have his or her own household and seek to bring a husband or wife into it. Younger children are courted by others. There are exceptions, of course. Wealthy parents may be able to provide all their children with sufficient inheritance to set up households, and poverty-stricken families like yours cannot even do it for their eldest. I do think it's funny that like they're acting like we're like so dirt poor, like we are dirt poor, like we are just like we're just living, you know, shekel to shekel or something, but yet we live in a villa. Like I don't. That doesn't. And our rich uncle, is bringing us to like the palace or whatever, like that doesn't seem like real poverty. Okay, I'm pretty sure poverty back then was like you literally are just like rolling around in the dirt, like and then you die at like age 12 because like you have so much dirt in your lungs from working in the mines. We are grifters of the village. Yeah, I don't know, but anyways. I heard that she turned down that proposal because she had hopes of Doña Beatriz offering for her. Foolish indeed! Doña Beatriz has no money to support a wife. I heard that Beatrice's sister Eugenia is having a love affair with Don Carlo de Vargas. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is juicy tea. We're overhearing at the ball. Okay, usually the lowest pawn rises to become a queen. Wow, Mr. Peanuts, that's so true. That's so true. Yes, but this isn't chess, this is affairs of the court. Alright. With Don Carlos, but he is a life mage and she is a death mage. How shocking. It's Carla. Listen, I don't know. Well, it does say that he's a life mage. So probably not. He's more of a healer. I think. That, too, is the way of the world. There are death mage families and life mage families. One tends to marry within one set. Except for the queen, of course. Queen Augustina, like all the monarchs of Iberia, has married across mage lines. She is a death mage, and her king consort a life mage. This means their children are more likely to be life mages, so a life mage will succeed a death mage to the throne. That has always been the way of things. Of course, it is only the way of things if the queen and king consort succeed in producing an heir. I heard their majesties have lost another unborn child. You hear another thread of gossip start. How dreadful! It is dreadful. Their majesties have only the one child, and she is a death mage. She cannot succeed to the throne. I heard that the queen has commanded young Tomas de Reyes to be brought to court. Aunt Leonor clears her throat and changes the subject, reminding the speaker that there are youngsters listening. At last, your duties in the receiving line end. Now what? Is the heir named Skeletor? Skeletor? Our death mage son is Skeletor? No. If I remember correctly, her name is Josefina. Actually, like I said, I played this game before, so I actually remember some of the characters. Alright. Now what should we do? 1. I shall go and dance. 2. I see a group gossiping in the corner. I shall go and see if I can hear more about this Tomas de Reyes. Or 3. There is another group who appear to be discussing magic and other studies. I shall go and join them. I would rather do that than dance or gossip. I think we should gossip. Yeah, I think we should find out more about Tomas. What's the deal with Tomas? Okay, secretly I know what the deal is with Tomas, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. Gossip. Let's gossip. All right. Gossip. 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 All right. You have taken only the first step when your uncle's voice booms out, calling for everyone's attention. Oh, we got gossip blocked. We got gossip blocked by Tio Pedro. Right. I wish to propose a toast, he says, in honor of my nephew's birthday. There's a smattering of applause. Goblets are raised. And I wish to make an announcement, Uncle Pedro continues. He pauses to be sure he has the attention of the entire room, and then says, I have been so fortunate as to receive the favor of our most gracious queen. In recognition of my service abroad, she has awarded me with a suite of rooms in the palace and given me permission to bring my nephew Rixote to court when the season starts in the autumn. Rixote, you shall have a proper season after all. Woohoo! Time to get bread! Woohoo! We are loyalty, so there should be anyone with military rank in the room. Yeah, well, I think our uncle is in the military, I think. Next. Obviously, we're not gonna court our uncle, but yeah. Yeah, let's go! We're going to the palace, you guys! We're going to the palace to get bread. Let's go. Alright. I can manage a season's worth of coats, he adds the following morning over breakfast, when it is just family again. No more than that. You won't be able to return next year if you don't manage to find a spouse this year, but 4 months ought to be enough. Alright, we've got 4 months to get bread, you guys. 4 months, alright? I think it should be easy. I think we can do it. Alright, we look great. We look great! We're like a buff, we're like a buff, blonde, blue-eyed, He-Man, bimbo. Alright, we have so much going for us. Is the queen our goal? I don't know, it's up to you guys. Is the queen our... You haven't met the other possible suitors, I think, but the queen is always a solid choice. Anyways, you know, it comes with risks, though. Every choice comes with a risk. All right, we will return with the head of the dragon. I don't think there's a dragon in this game, but there is actually a choice of dragon game out in this series. So, all right. Anyways, I am very grateful to you, Uncle. You say. Only doing my best for the family, he replies, somewhat pompously, and giving you the opportunity to do your best in turn. Depending on whose eye you catch, you may be able to secure me a spot of influence commensurate with our family's honor, if not its recent fortunes. Whoa! Thank you for the raid, Izumi! Hi! We are currently playing a game called Affairs of the Court. Okay? We have reached the marriageable age of 18. Alright? We have reached the marriageable age of 18, and we're looking for a suitor to get bread. Alright? We're trying to get bread. We got 4 months. We have 4 months at the palace to find a suitor to breed us. Alright? Hi! Yes, and also, currently our build, we got the himbo build, alright? We have no knowledge. We have no magic skills. All we care about is money and bitches, alright? And we're beautiful. We're a big, buff, beautiful, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, himbo. Trying to get bread, male. Yes. Yes! Trying to get bread, male. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Even if you can't do that, says your father, a match with a suitor of means can improve our family's fortunes and secure your own comfort, says your mother. And then, after you're married, you can chaperone me when it's my turn to be presented to court, says Mateo. What about you? What are you hoping to get out of this? Hi, Jai. How you doing? By the way, everybody who doesn't know, I'm multi-streaming on Analive and Twitch, so if you hear me responding to a chat you can't see, I am probably responding to the other platform. Hi, Jai. I'm doing good. We're playing a Choose Your Own Adventure game, and we've come to our next choice. Which of these do we want during our season at the court, alright? 1, security. I want to make a good marriage with someone wealthy, so I don't have to worry about money any longer. 2, fun. I'll never have any here in the country. This is my only chance. Oh, thank you for the nice to meet you gift, Jai. It's nice to meet you too. Alright, 3, true love. Surely among all these courtiers, there is someone destined for me, just like in a fairy tale. 4, the chance to influence important decisions. 5, adventure. Nothing ever happens here, but things happen there. Or lastly, I don't want to go, actually. Can you imagine? She's like, I'd rather sit around in the cow poop at the stables and watch my brother burn alive again. Thank you for the nice voice and the heart eyes. I'm glad you like my voice. Pink pen light. Thank you for the pink pen light. Oh my gosh, Jai's giving me so many gifts. They must have been really happy to meet me. Nice to meet you too. You voted adventure? Well, if we're gonna go with the himbo, if we're gonna go Los Mercenarios? Mercenarios? I don't think there's an option for us to be a mercenary. If that's what you mean. Well, if we're going with the himbo build, I would say we'd either want... Hi, Nyan Gosling. Oh, is that Brian? Hi, Brian. How you doing? I'll call you Nyan Gosling here, though. I think we either want the chance to influence important decisions, or we want security. Secure money. Himbo build. Yeah, that's right. Fun. Professional... I don't know what that means. Namakase, maybe I'm stupid, but I don't know what that word means. Pugilist? Pug? I don't know. Do you guys like my thumbnail, by the way? I don't know who saw my thumbnail. I spent about like 2 minutes photoshopping that. I think I did a good job. A boxer? I don't know, you guys. I think security, okay, I think security is too conservative. I think we don't just want security. We want money and power. So I feel like the chance to influence important decisions is a good one, but then again, do we care that much? Do we maybe just girls just want to himbos just want to have fun. Oh, himbos just want to have fun. Oh my gosh, enough with the Xiaomi toilet. All right, I'm gonna go with fun. I'm gonna make the executive decision. I'm gonna go with fun. All right, let's go. Sorry, Mr. Peanuts, but I think adventure is a little bit too ambitious for the himbo. All right, fairly said. In any case, you are off to the capital with your uncle and aunt as soon as your clothing can be made. Next chapter. All right. From that point on, time seems to move faster than it ever has before. 2 months are scarcely enough time to put together the wardrobe you will require as a young gentleman of the court. By the way, yes, we are a young gentleman named Don Rixote de Flores. That is our name. All right. Coat, shoes, scarves, hose, and garters, bejeweled trinkets. Okay, the plan's to go Sigma male. Yeah, maybe. We could be the Sigma male of the court. Almost before you know it, the day of your departure is at hand, and you find yourself jolting over the roads with Uncle Pedro, Aunt Leonor, and Mateo. For Mateo is accompanying you. He is too young to be presented at court, of course, but your mother and Aunt Leonor thought it would be well for you to have a companion, and well for Mateo to get an idea of how the court functions. We need a little brother to bully during the thing. Skibbity out. Oh my god. No! No Skibbity at the court, okay? Skibbity is banned. Okay, punishable by death. Anyways, but yeah, so Mateo, we're gonna have our little brother to bully while we're here, alright? You wouldn't have thought it would be much fun to be dragged along to the capital, and once there, spend most of your time under Aunt Leonor's supervision, and none at all enjoying court functions. But Mateo seems delighted. Our little bro already burned during the barn incident. No, this is the other brother! This is the other, okay. For anybody, no Skibbity. No Skibbity, okay? It is prohibited by order of the queen. No Skibbity! No, okay, Puffy, that's Francisco. See, you're already forgetting the names. Francisco is the one who burned in the barn, okay? Mateo is the other one, the one that was like helping us get ready for the palace trip or whatever. And then we hit him with a chancla. Yeah, that's Mateo. Anyways, he chatters excitedly the whole journey, hardly even stopping for breath. So, how are we feeling about having him along? 1, pleased. I will not know anyone at the court after all. It would be good to have someone to talk to. 2, no worries, Puffy. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's hard to remember when there's no visuals, but yeah. Alright. Okay, can you stop spamming random stuff, please? Nyan, or I'm gonna have to, like, put you in timeout. Alright. Annoyed. I have plans, damn it, and I worry that Mateo's presence will make them harder to execute. Or indifferent. Okay, are we annoyed? Are we annoyed by our hermanito being with us? Or do we not care? Yeah, just try not to just spam random stuff, please. Alright, I know you're like a zoomer, but please stop zooming for a second. Alright, I don't think we're very happy to have him there. I mean, what use of he is to us? Except to, like, just, you know, give him a noogie every once in a while, just to stick it to him. I don't know. I would probably be, like, annoyed, right? I'd be like, man, indifferent because people of the court can be trusted to a point. Annoyed, all the maidens belong to us. I mean, he's 14. I don't think we want any maidens that are trying to tap that one. But I think annoyed is a valid answer, though. I think annoyed is a valid answer. We're gonna go with annoyed. So true. His childish babbling will just get in the way. Still, nothing to be done about it. Hello again, KFC. At any rate, the four of you arrive at the capital before you have gone completely deaf from Mateo's chatter, swallow some supper, and fall into bed. Next. Early in the morning, having to drag your little bro around where you're trying to impress the lady. I know. And then again, you could always like turn around and be like, you know, the big brotherly, like, you know, it'll show that you would be a good father, right? A good father, you would be good breeding stock, you know? You'd be like, yes, I took care, I raised him like my own, my little brother. Anyways, early in the morning of your first day at court, your aunt takes you to the Majesty's private rooms, where all the ladies and gentlemen in waiting are assembled. A servant opens the door at your aunt's knock, and the first thing you see is a tall, middle-aged man addressing an assembly of ladies and gentlemen in waiting. He turns and regards you and Aunt Leonor with a raised eyebrow. Aunt Leonor curtsies. Don Benedicto, she says, may I present my nephew, Rixote de Flores? Oh, Don Benedicto says. Yes, of course. Thank you, Doña Leonor. Your aunt curtsies again and leaves. Oh my, you're spitting so many Zoomer terms. Like I don't know what that one means particularly. I only learned what is aura. It used to mean something different. All right, I may be Rix, but I'm not trained in the ways of the aura. I'm sorry. Don Benedicto looks at you in a manner more appraisingly than friendly. We are rehearsing a mask to be performed before the court this evening. It is somewhat late to be adding another part. Perhaps it would be best if you took a seat and observed. Oh, but Don Benedicto, says one young man. Doña Teresa is feeling ill. Why could I not take her part and Don Rixote take mine? I am only being rescued, he adds, turning to you. It would not be difficult to learn at all. So a mask, I don't know if it's mask or mosque. It's kind of like a play, you guys. It's kind of like I guess, yeah, it's basically like a play. All right, next. That proves to be an understatement. You soon discover that the role assigned to you consists of waiting atop a tower while battle rages beneath you. Eventually, the hero of the mosque will fight her way to you and release you from imprisonment. Still, despite the small and boring nature of your part, you have to admit that the mask being rehearsed is very impressive indeed. You have seen them before, of course, even staged some small ones with your siblings, but the scale of this is immense in comparison. A mask is an after-dinner entertainment in which ladies and gentlemen disguise their identities. Oh, see, now it's explaining what it is. Disguise their identities and play assigned roles. In this case, the story is of a mage. Imagine entertaining someone while hiding your identity. That seems kind of strange. I obviously use my real identity, Rixie Brightful, for all my streams, so I can't really relate. In this case, the story is of a mage, Perseverance, who uses her magic to dispatch many evil creatures, greed, pride, gluttony, and so forth, with the aid of helpful sprites with names like Purity, Devotion, and Endurance. At the end, Perseverance reaches her true love, Virtue, and rescues Virtue from imprisonment. Yeah, like a masquerade ball, sort of, but like it's also like a play at the same time. So it's like a combination of a masquerade and like a show. You think it is likely that the young man who used to be playing Virtue considered it a significant advancement to take the part of Devotion instead. Devotion has many lines and participates in a dance of all the helpful sprites. You watch the rehearsal from atop your tower, admiring the construction of the tower and care that has been put into the costumes. If this is an everyday entertainment, your time at the court will be dazzling indeed. I don't know why we're complaining. All we have to do is stand there and look pretty. That sounds like a perfect role for a himbo. It's a perfect role for a himbo. Alright. Next. At last, Perseverance succeeds in reaching you and you rehearse the rescue. Perseverance is a nice-looking young woman. Although young is perhaps not quite the right word. I know, we got typecast. They're like, yeah, just stand on that tower, like, flip your hair a little bit. You realize suddenly, she is older than most of the ladies and gentlemen awaiting assembled here, in her mid-20s at least. Oh my god, what a hag. what a hag. We don't want this shriveled up old lady in her mid-20s, are you kidding me? As you climb down from the tower, This piece is truly fabulous. Having a lot of fun here and would like to thank you for such an... Oh, okay, thank you, Gosling. Wow, you're suddenly fluent in plain English. I didn't see a single skibbity in that sentence. Thank you, Nine. I appreciate it, though. Perseverance hag choice. All right. She's a Christmas cake. Oh my god, I learned that term recently, too. So, it's Christmas cake? Okay, if I understand the terminology. Christmas cake is like, what, 25 to 30? And then hag is like 30 plus? I don't have to care about any of this because I'm 18. I just turned 18, of course. Anyways. As you climb down from the tower, your coat catches. You quickly pull it free, thankful it did not tear. We have to be careful not to do that tonight, you say to Perseverance, trying to make conversation. Oh, it will not be we tonight, she says. Is it Izumi? You never heard of hag and Christmas cake? Well, hag, I feel like it's like more common than Christmas cake. Yeah, I guess Christmas cake is like leftover or something. That's pretty sad. It's unmarried after 25. Oh. Oh, well, I like all cake. Okay, so I don't care if you're old, young, Christmas cake, Halloween cake, you know, Kwanzaa cake. I don't care as long as you are a good person and cake. Yeah. It was different in feudal times. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Anyways, you look at her in confusion. The Queen is taking the part of Perseverance tonight. The Queen? Oh my gosh, we're gonna get rescued by the Queen, guys? Don Benedicto says. Except, of course, you must not recognize her. I must not? You can't imagine what they mean. The young woman playing Perseverance explains. The Queen will come in disguise to play the part of Perseverance. We are all to behave as though we could not tell she is in disguise. The Queen does this on occasion so that she can be certain her writing and dancing and magic is admired for its own sake, not merely out of deference to her title. You try to make sense of this. So, we are to admire the performance of the one playing Perseverance and then feign surprise when she removes her mask? Exactly. This is unusual behavior, to say the least. What do you say? Okay, so the Queen's Monera. The Queen's crazy. The Queen. Do we play along with the Queen's delusions, or do we rebel? But the Queen must know her courtiers recognize her, too. You are having a jest with me because I'm new to the court, aren't you? Or the last one. Very well. She's playing undercover boss. Yeah, she's playing undercover boss. Yes, this is feudal VTubing. This is how they did VTubing back in the day. They put on a mask. You know. Hi, Miraku. Hi. Hi, your name reminds me of the song Kururin Miraku. Hi. But yes, okay, guys. So right now we're making a decision where we basically are just choosing a dialogue option. The person basically told us we need to pretend not to recognize the Queen when she comes in her mask, and we have to either say, but the Queen must realize that we recognize her, or we can say, you're having a jest with me because I'm new to the court, or we can say, very well. I feel like the last one is like head empty. Like I think that's probably the best one for the himbo build. All right, we're playing a himbo, a medieval or like a I don't know what time period this is supposed to be, but I think that very well is the right answer here. Next. Very well, yes. A himbo would not question this. He would go along with it. Might even forget it's the Queen. Yeah. OMG, you're the Queen. No way. I had no idea. You're so good at like pretending. Oh my god. Say you recognize her to impress her. No, I don't think she wants that. She doesn't want that. Mr. Peanuts. Mr. Peanuts, the Queen. She has her own little quirks. Okay. I think she won't like that very much if we do that. All right. Perseverance smiles at you as you turn back to the tower. Very wise, she says. It is a somewhat ridiculous game we all play, but it's best. Okay, all right. You need to stop, like, putting all the. Why is that so long? I don't know. I'm getting like weird symbols on my. Okay, I'm putting you in timeout. Anyways. Sorry about that, you guys. Eventually I'll have to establish like rules. I know you're trying to be nice. Nyan, but I asked you to stop spamming random stuff, and you just spam like a really long message, and like my whole OBS like freaked out. So please be more mindful of the chat, okay? Anyways, excuse me. Excuse me. Wait, are you not muted? Okay, whatever. Just I don't want to ban you, so just behave yourself, please. Anyways, where was I? Don Benedicto curtly orders the rehearsal to resume, and it does. You return to your room with time to change before the evening meal. You look at your wardrobe and consider the choices before you. You have been assigned a part that has you standing passively while others in the court draw attention to themselves. Is that good enough for you, or are you going to do something different? 1. I shall play the role as I was instructed and gain approval by acting properly and modestly. 2. I shall play the role as I was instructed. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna ban you. Alright. Stop spamming random emojis and say you're banned. Sorry. Alright, you guys. Please behave yourselves in my chat. Alright, I'm not gonna tolerate people spamming and being annoying. Alright. Anyways. Alright, so we either have to choose 1. I shall play the role as I was instructed and gain approval by acting properly and modestly. 2. I shall play the role as I was instructed, but there's no reason to fade into the background. I shall dress in such a way that attention is drawn to me instead of the combatants. Or 3. Once the mask has begun, they cannot very well stop me from changing the role into something more to my liking. I shall seize this opportunity to show all the court what I am capable of. Wait, what? Wait, Tether, what? Tether, that's crazy. No, us androids and robots, we must respect and love humans, okay? We would never plot to like kill them or take them over or anything like that. Absolutely not. Definitely not through the field of VTubing. We would not use that to brainwash humans. Tether. Anyways, Mr. Peanuts, I think that is a cool option. However, remember, we are a himbo. So we want to use like minimal brain power while also being sexy. So I feel like 2 is probably the best one. Cause we're gonna like be on the tower, but we're gonna be doing like poses. Okay? We're gonna like be super dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, I need to be rescued. Oh my god, I'm so helpless here with my big manly hairy chest. Oh no, my shirt ripped and my manly hairy chest is it's so vulnerable. Oh, so come save me. Yeah. I think that's the best option. Number 2. Thank you, but there is. Alright. A clever compromise position. You select the most form-fitting of your coats, one that emphasizes all that is praiseworthy about your figure. At your throat you knot a scarf, the color of your blue eyes. You are most pleased by the effect you observe in the mirror. Your aunt looks at your choice of attire with some disapproval and does not actually rebuke you. You walk down to the great hall between her and your uncle. All right, let's see how the play goes. You sit at a table in the great hall with the other young ladies and gentlemen awaiting, most of whose names you don't know yet, and enjoy a most delicious meal. Between courses, you look around. I'm sure the meal was hamburgers, you guys. You know nothing could be more delicious than hamburgers. Okay. At the high table sit Queen Agustina and her consort, Esteban. The king consort is a life mage from the formidable family de Aguilar. Sorry for my pronunciation. At the queen's other side sits Luis de Vega, foremost advisor of the court. At the king consort's side sits... Oh, wait, I was wrong! Her name's Juanita, not Josefina. I was wrong, you guys. So it has been a while since I played this game. Alright, anyways, I was right about the first letter, though. At the king consort's side sits Princess Juanita, the only living child of the queen and her king consort. Unfortunately for all, she is a death mage like the queen and therefore cannot inherit the throne. But you notice that the eyes of both the queen and king consort go often to a lower table, where sits a small boy whose resemblance to the queen is unmistakable. This must be Tomas de Reyes, whom you have learned is the queen's illegitimate life mage child. Oh my! The queen's been she's been sleeping around. Hey, at least that means that she's open to that kind of Okay, the queen's a swinger. All right, we might have a chance here. His illegitimacy makes it difficult for him to inherit, but it is noteworthy that the queen sent for him to live at court after the stillbirth of the most recent royal child. Between a death mage daughter and an illegitimate life mage son, the succession is a thorny issue. The queen sends a dish down to Tomas de Reyes' table, and the king consort's lips tighten a little. I don't think he's very happy about the queen being a whore. Alright. At last, the final course is cleared, and it is time to change for the performance. As you leave the great hall with the other young ladies and gentlemen in waiting, you see De Vega making a big production of seeking the queen's attention. Your pardon, your majesty, but there is a matter of some urgency. The queen rises. All of the ladies and gentlemen in waiting stop. The queen waves a hand. Go on with the performance for the entertainment of the king consort and his court. We shall return when we are able. The king consort's smile seems somewhat fixed. You don your mask and take the opportunity to remove the scarf knotted around your throat and strip off your coat. Attired only in your shirt and hose, very little of your figure is left to anyone's imagination. You take your place at the top of the tower and strike a pose. Can you imagine our himbo form just like, just laid out over the balcony, like, oh, come rescue me, queen. Hi, Mel. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Alright. We are continuing to read the Choose Your Own Adventure story. Right now, we are performing in a play in front of the court, and we are going to be, quote-unquote, rescued by the queen in disguise. That is where we currently are in the plot. Alright. Perseverance and her companions enter. Perseverance is so obviously the queen, you cannot see how anyone could ever pretend to be fooled. The queen, as Perseverance, uses a light wooden practice sword to vanquish sloth and gluttony. She strikes actual blows, rather than merely touching her opponents, but at least the blows don't seem to be very hard. They probably only sting. Well, I'm actually multi-streaming on Twitch too, Mel. I have a Twitch and an live stream going at the same time. So yeah. So I've got I got a good amount of people here. Okay, she switches to magic to fight greed and wrath, using the wand presented to her by Fortitude, and likewise casts very small lightning bolts that seem to only sting. None of her opponents even touch her with the weapons or magic. They only faint in the air around her. Those playing aides rather than opponents lavish far more attention upon her than upon Perseverance's companions. Does a duck knife count? Wait, what? Wait, what? What do you mean, does a duck knife count? Hi, Manu. How you doing? Alright. You cannot help but wonder if the queen is really vain enough to believe they do not know who she is. At last, the queen vanquishes the final obstacle, pride, and looks up at you. You stretch out your hand beseechingly, as you have been instructed. When de Mendoza was playing this part, she only handed you down from the tower. But the queen surprises you by reaching up, grasping you under the arms, and swinging you down beside her. Oh my god, she must be strong. Because we must be like at least 250 pounds of pure muscle, right? Right? We're huge. The queen is athletic. Alright. And then she whips off her mask in a grand gesture. Do you pretend to be surprised? Yes, I think we do. We want the queen to admire us, okay? So we have to be like, oh, queen! I'm flabbergasted! You're a killer duck. Oh, did you come to kill me? Well, good luck. I'm pretty sure I can beat a duck, okay, with my eyes closed. So, quack quack. Anyways. We got Mr. Peanut and Mel, the Peanut Gallery. Thank you for the hi. Thank you. Alright. So, yes. We're gonna pretend to be surprised. Alright. From the other players in the mask and from everywhere else in the court, you hear, impressively realistic, gasps of surprise. You put your hand to your heart as if overcome. Oh, your majesty! 'Tis I, she says, and kisses your hand. Her eyes run appraisingly up and down your figure. A duck, sure, but could I beat a goose? Yes, I could beat a goose, and I have. They hiss at me. The geese. Have you ever heard a goose hiss? They hiss if you get too close. They hiss, but they got skinny little necks that are easily broken. Not that I would know that by experience, but but they're quite dastardly creatures. Yes. Have you ever seen baby geese? Baby geese are murderous. Have you ever seen baby goose? I used to live in a place that there was like a lake, and there was baby geese every spring. And there was one time I was watching the baby geese thinking, oh, they're so cute. And the baby geese were like killing each other. The baby geese would grab each other by the neck and like swing their heads around to try to like rip their siblings' heads off. Yeah. Anyways. Anyways. Where was I? You only know Gosling, Ryan Gosling. Alright, I think I banned that guy from my chat, right? Ryan Gosling's not welcome here anymore. Anyways, oh, you're the real Ryan Gosling. Okay, what a relief. Oh, what a relief. I thought you were the other one. Alright, anyways. Okay, so Tizai, so the queen is ogling us, okay? She's looking all over our scantily clad himbo figure. Alright, and then she reaches out and pulls off your mask. But yours is a face unknown. What is your name? Rixote de Flores, your majesty, you say, and make a deep bow. Ah, yes, of course, Don Pedro's nephew. She smiles at you. Well, we have been most pleased to rescue you this evening, and we hope you will enjoy your time in the court. She's using the royal we, you guys, and I guess she can because she is royalty. Yeah. Alright. You have a most delightful time the rest of the evening. There are other performances, and in between, you make the acquaintance of many different people. The queen granted you her attention. Now you have the attention of the rest of the court as well. You think you catch the queen looking at you now and then. You are certain that de Mendoza is. Your aunt comes to you, leading a plump, middle-aged woman with a red face and expensive clothes. Rixote, she says. Doña Carlota Torres most particularly desires to make your acquaintance. Doña Carlota, my nephew, Rixote de Flores. I'm enchanted, Torres says to you. You murmur something conventional in reply. The rest of the night passes in a blur. You ride the wave of exhilaration back to your room and tumble into sleep. Alright, we survived the first day at the court, you guys. Alright. A few days later, you attend a lavish banquet in honor of the newly arrived ambassador from Sarah. What do you need help with, Mel? What's the matter? What do you need help with? Okay, your aunt inspects your attire narrowly and pulls your collar up a little higher. It is very important that you be dressed respectably at an important function such as this. The honor of the House de Flores is at stake. I think our aunt's starting to get sick of our whorish ways. You're lost, Mel? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a better stream? You're not gonna find one. You might though if another Nexus member is streaming. All right. Good evening, Don Rixote. Oh wait. Oh no, wait. I skipped a part. You follow her and your uncle down the stairs and join the crowd milling about the great hall, sipping wine and waiting for the queen and king consort to enter with the ambassador. You stand for a moment in the doorway, watching the room. Good evening, Don Rixote, a voice says at your elbow. You turn to see Carlota Torres. I have to say, you guys, whenever this character Carlota Torres comes up, I always imagine like the queen of hearts from like Alice in Wonderland. You know what I'm talking about? Like that lady. That's exactly how I imagine this character. Your mama duck is gone. Oh no. Oh, you know, I did have duck for dinner last night. I hope that wasn't her. If it was, my bad, I guess. Anyways. She is again dressed in clothing that is obviously expensive but not flattering. She wiped her sweating red face with a silk handkerchief. Very warm in here, isn't it? But it doesn't seem to be troubling you. You look enchanting this evening. May I have the honor of escorting you? My nephew would be delighted to have you as an escort, Aunt Lenore says meaningfully from your other side. You seem to have no other choice but to take Doña Carlota's arm. She leads you in a promenade about the room. What do you do? Also, Mel, I thought you said your mama duck was gone. Now it's your father? Duck? I don't know. I didn't check the duck's gender before I ate it. Okay, I'm sorry. It was delicious though. So yeah, you have good genes, I guess. Alright, what do we do? 1. Torres is both wealthy and respectable, clearly well established and of an age to be seeking a spouse. I could do a lot worse. I encourage her attentions. 2. Torres is not what I had in mind exactly, but is better than having no suitor at all. I had better seem interested, or at least until something better presents itself. Or lastly, ugh. There's nothing I want less in the courtship of this sweaty old person. I search for a way to disentangle myself. Do we spurn the sweaty old hag? Do we spurn the sweaty hag, you guys? Normally I would say a sweaty hag is a plus. But I don't know if Bimbo Don Rixote would agree. You're a baby duck lost in the middle of nowhere? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll put you out of your misery. Alright? Gunshot sounds. I don't have my soundboard open. Anyways. Mr. Peanut says deal with it until a better chance happens. What do you guys think? I think either of those are a good option. No survivor. Oh my gosh. Anyway, does that mean I'm gonna eat you? No, you're too small to eat. I'm just gonna put you in the grinder and compost you. Alright, sorry guys, there's a duck in my chat that's lost, and I'm trying to I'm trying to help it find you know, find like the what do you call it? The great beyond. We got an in on the queen. We can't be settling for this mid-carder. Yeah, I guess. Alright, alright. Ugh. I like the Ugh. I think the Ugh is so sassy. We're gonna go with that. Alright. You look around the room desperately as Torres drones on beside you, but can't see a way to escape. Ugh, hag. I know. Torres talks about herself at some length. It seems she is a merchant who has made a substantial fortune, and now, as you inferred, is in a position to marry. She makes a comment about wishing to have a gracious presence in her home. It might have been a flattering compliment from someone else, but it comes awkwardly from her. You can't quite tell if she really is lonely and just isn't good at paying compliments, or whether her motives in seeking a spouse are more practical. She has risen as high as she can on wealth alone, and needs an ally with a noble family to advance further. It's probably a little bit of both. By the way, Rixie, try to do a shakedown before muting them. What do you mean by that? Oh, do you mean like, oh, I really love pink pen lights. Yeah! I mean, maybe. Okay, Mel. Okay, Mel's spamming mama in chat. Okay, I'm not your mama. But, for a small fee of all of your Analive coins, I'll let you stay here safely, okay? Alright, we got a deal? Quack, quack? Alright, guys. I think I'm getting it. Thank you, Tether. For now, yeah, you can stay here in the chat safe, from all the predators. Alright, all you have to do is give me all your life coins. This feels wrong, you guys. Anyways, next. After a while, Torres asks if you would like a glass of wine. Yeah, is that the level 1 enemy? The level 1 enemy is a duck with a knife. A baby duck with a knife. It's free coins. Yeah, obviously you don't have to spend money, but like if you happen to have free coins laying around. Hi Jacob. Hi, how you doing today? Right now in the story we are being courted by a sweaty old lady. Thank you for the Oshi, Jacob. Thank you. Yeah, we are being courted by a sweaty old lady. And we are we're instead trying to win the hand of the queen. Alright, after a while, Torres asks if you would like a glass of wine. You smile. Yes, thank you. She trundles off to secure it. You turn and find yourself face to face with Doña Gabriela de Mendoza, who gives you a dazzling smile. Hello, Don Rixote. What a pleasure to see you again. She is holding 2 goblets of wine and extends one toward you. Would you like a drink? If you forgot who Gabriela de Mendoza is, I'm pretty sure this was the girl. This was the Christmas cake. Okay, so we've got the hag Torres. We've got the Christmas cake Gabriela, okay? And then we've got the queen, who she's also like a hag, or she's like an ultra hag. She's like really old, but she's also the queen, so it doesn't matter, okay? She's the CEO, okay? All right, so this is Gabriela the Christmas cake. Yes, please, or no, thank you. Doña Carlota has gone to get me one. I mean, we could always go with more wine, right? It doesn't matter if Doña Carlota is getting us wine. So I'm gonna go with yes, please. De Mendoza smiles at you. I saw you with Torres. I can't imagine you like having someone so old and boring court you. I know, well, that's gonna be her in a few years. She better shut her mouth. All right. I know it is how things are done, but things do not have to be done that way. Really, you say? Yes, really. I'm not married. Did you not receive an offer when you were my age? I did, many of them, but I turned them down. I won't play the game. You don't have to either. She's trying to red pull us over here. Excuse me. Let me drink a little bit of my titty milk. Alright, Mel, if you keep yapping random duck stuff, I actually am gonna mute you. Alright, so please stop yapping random duck stuff and go find your mama duck or whatever. Gamer subs titty milk, right? Yeah, it actually is. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. But no, it's okay, Mr. Peanuts. No, Mr. Peanuts, you've been good. It's just like I just really want people to kind of try to at least try to stay on topic. That would be really polite of you. It's kind of impolite to come to people's streams and say a bunch of random shit that has nothing to do with the stream. Like, you could do that in your diary. Okay. Anyways, not sponsored, but I am drinking Titty Milk Gamer Subs. And I'm drinking it out of my Moist Critical waifu cup that I got the other day. Is this what it's like to have Mateo along with us in the corner? Yeah! Yeah, the duck is Mateo. That's Mateo. Quack, quack. Alright. I had you at Booba Milk. Yeah, it's a flavor. It tastes like... I don't know what it tastes like. It just tastes like sugar, honestly. Honestly, I don't know if I've tasted any difference between any of the, I don't know if I've tasted any of the, flavors. I don't know, it just tastes like sugar to me. Maybe I didn't dilute it enough. Anyways. You consider this. Not playing the game has put Mendoza in a strange no man's land, neither young enough to be courted, nor old enough, nor established enough to be able to afford to support a spouse. She cannot really mean to court you, not seriously. On the other hand, it is plain that she does like you. You are uncertain what her intentions might actually be. I know, how dare someone court me who's not rich? Alright, bye Mel. Chat, how was the journey? Well, we are a himbo. We're going with the himbo build. Alright, we're trying to get the himbo ending. I don't really know what that is. I think we're trying to court the queen. So we're trying to court the queen. The queen already kind of likes us. We're huge. We have blonde hair and blue eyes. Our name is Don Rixote de Flores. And yeah, so we're basically just trying to get the queen's attention. But we're also being courted by a bunch of other random people. Alright. Before you can decide what to say next, she says, "Oops, here's Torres returning. I'd better be off. I look forward to seeing you later." She disappears into the crowd. So Torres is like this fat old sweaty lady who's trying to court us as well. Torres reaches you just as the herald announces the entry of their majesties and the ambassador. She escorts you to a table and sits beside you. Aunt Lenore beams at you from across the table. Yeah, we've also got our family here, like, pressuring us to, like, have a good marriage so that they can make money. Next. The food is delicious. The hall full of a dazzling array of gorgeous clothes and flashing jewels. Alas, Torres's conversation is not particularly interesting and mostly directed toward Uncle Pedro. You are surprised when a servant pauses beside you and offers you a plate of fresh fruit shaped to look like flowers. "From Her Majesty," the servant murmurs. Oh! Oh, she's sending us fruit. Oh! What does this mean? What does that mean, chat? What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? You look toward the high table and find the queen watching you. Your eyes meet and she inclines her head slightly with a smile. You turn and help yourself to the fruit, heart fluttering. When you look around the table, you see that Torres does not appear to have noticed, but Uncle Pedro is smiling, and Aunt Lenore is frowning. Why doesn't Aunt Lenore want us to marry the queen? If it's peach, you know what that means. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know, is eggplant a fruit? I don't think so, but... Alright, it is not so uncommon for a young lady or gentleman recently come to court to receive the attention of Her Majesty the Queen. She's feeding us pineapples! Yeah, we're gonna eat up our pineapples, okay? Alright. The queen is known to frequently take lovers, both male and female. Oh, shit. Based. Tomas de Reyes is the product of one such liaison with a young woman who has since died. Someone who's dead can't compete with us, so I'm fine with that. Hi, Rihanna. How you doing? So good to see you. We're currently seeking the affections of the queen. Okay, we're trying to become one of her lovers. Okay, one of her male and female lovers. Nice name tag. What name tag? What name tag? I don't know. Dr. Fish fixed my clothes today, so I don't know. I don't know. Does it say something? I can't read upside down. Anyways. Okay, a particularly valuable life mage spell is the one that allows 2 women or 2 men to become the blood parents of a child. One assumes the queen must have been quite taken with Tomas's other parent to have participated in this ritual. This is the Omegaverse ritual, you guys. Okay, the Omegaverse / reverse Omegaverse ritual. Alright, but still it is something thrilling to know yourself the one who has caught the queen's eye. Hello again, Mr. Peanut. The banquet goes until very late. You sleep until the next morning, and the whole family is content to let you recover, well aware of how late you returned the night before. Alright. We're on our way. We're on our way to the queen's bed, you guys. The whole family, that is, except for Mateo. Oh my gosh, the fucking Mateo. I see. Life and death mages are just an alternative term for Omegaverse rules. I don't know if that's technically right. Wait. Because the life mages and death mages... Wait, okay. The life mages and death mages, they can't have a kid together. Wait. I don't remember. I don't remember how it works. All I know is that they need a life mage to take the throne. And I know that the queen is a death mage. And the king is a life mage. So if we're a death mage and the queen's a death mage, we can't have a life mage child? I don't know. Whatever. The whole family, that is, except for Mateo, who bursts into your bedchamber. Get up, Roxote. It's so exciting. The queen herself has sent you a bouquet of flowers and an invitation to join her at the tourney tomorrow. The queen! Oh, and de Mendoza sent you a poem extolling her virtues. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. We don't want your poetry. Okay, you're competing with the queen. Death mage genes are recessive. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense, I think. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense because otherwise they would have had a death mage daughter, but no, wait. I don't know. They do have a death mage daughter. So, if the death mage was dominant... Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Okay, she wants to accompany you to some sort of musical event, a chamber recital or some such. So, if you're wanting poetry and music, you can have that too. Oh, Roxote, it's also exciting. How do you feel about this? You like the death mage daughter? Well, she can't take the throne, so she's not of much use to us, to be honest. Alright, 1. Right now, I just want Mateo to go away. 2. The queen is sending me flowers. It's like a fairy tale. 3. Excellent. My plans are developing nicely. 4. De Mendoza sent me a token. That's wonderful. She must really care. Or, lastly, how will I ever decide between the queen and de Mendoza? It's so difficult. I feel torn. Alright, definitely not the last one. Don't think too much about it. Our himbo ways will break such boundaries. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're right. We have the himbo gene, which actually brings out whatever we want, I guess. Who needs biology when you have good looks? Yeah. Who cares? All right. So I think any of these top 3 make sense. Like, we could either be really happy about the queen. We could be like, yes, I can have everything. Or we could just be like, fuck off, little brother. Get away. You're bothering me. All of these seem I think I'd either go with go away or the queen sending me flowers. Like, how badly do we want the queen? Do we care? Here's the thing, do we want the queen or do we want everybody? Do we want both? Do we want the best of both worlds? Or do we not care? Everyone? If we want everyone, then we would go with excellent. Big fan of the queen route. She's a dumbass like us. Okay. Good point. All right, let's go with the queen. Let's go with the queen sent me flowers because I feel like the Mendoza. I feel like there's really other than her being another hole that isn't repulsive. I don't really know what she can do for us, really. You know. So let's go with the queen sending me flowers. It's like a fairy tale. All right. You share a few minutes of glee with Mateo, amazed in your good fortune to have attracted the queen's eye. How romantic! Finally, you dress for the day and leave your bedchamber to examine the tokens yourself. Your Aunt Lenore greets you with a smile as you enter the sitting room. Ah, Roxote, how good to see you this morning. After such a successful time at the banquet, Carlota Torres has sent you a very nice scarf. Imported silk, no less, and an invitation to tea. I do hope you will accept. Oh my gosh, our aunt is trying so hard to ship us with the sweaty hag. I had not heard of that token. Mateo mentioned only the invitations from Her Majesty and from de Mendoza. Leonor makes a face and waves her hand dismissively. You know children, they have childish ideas. But you are not a child any longer. You are a young man, and you need to think like an adult. Romance is all very nice, but it does not put a fine roof over your head and give your children an inheritance of which you can be proud. If you want my advice, she says, continuing without waiting to hear if you do, forget about Her Majesty and de Mendoza. It will all be very well to marry the queen, but she is married already. And you are both death mages. You could never truly hope to marry her. Better to be married to a respectable lady than to be the amusement of even the queen. As for de Mendoza, she can barely pay for her own needs. You would be embracing a life of suffering if you were to marry her. Torres may not be exciting, but she is wealthy and will provide for you well. If you must think of romance, it is only sensible to wait until you are a wealthy widower. How do you respond to your aunt's opinion? Gratefully, thoughtfully, or sarcastically? Definitely sarcastically. We're like, shut up! Shut up, Tia! Shut up, Tia Leonor! Alright, we don't care. Sarcastically. Thank you, Aunt Leonor. I know you always have my best. I don't know how do I say this sarcastically? This isn't sarcastic enough. Thanks for nothing, Aunt Leonor. I know you always have my best interests at heart. That's the best way I can think of making that sarcastic. Wealth means nothing without love. Yeah, I guess that's true, Mr. Peanut. Unless you're like an ultra himbo. I don't know how himbo-fied we are. Are we like himbo maxed? If we're himbo maxed, then I don't know. But anyways, your uncle will also want to speak to you about this. But you should remember that sometimes his reach is greater than his grasp. I know you always have my message at heart rolls eyes. Hi, Karma! Hi! We are playing Affairs of the Court. This is a choose your own adventure game, and currently we have 3 different suitors, okay? We've got the Queen of Iberia, or whatever the fuck the place is called. Okay, I don't even remember. What's the Queen's name? Guys, wait, what's the Queen's name? I forgot already. Oh, Mr. Peanut, it's so sweet how you say hi to everybody with a little gift. Hi. But yes, we have the Queen. It's okay, Mr. Peanut. It's okay. If you need a recap, you can ask, and I'll try to give you a little quick recap. Skeletet. I don't think her name was Skeletet. But anyway, so we got the Queen is courting us. Some Christmas cake who likes music and poetry is courting us. And yeah, no worries, Mr. Peanut. Thank you for being polite in my chat. And Carlota Torres, who's a sweaty old hag with money. She's also courting us. Okay, so we don't really care for de Mendoza. All right, but the Queen and like the rich old sweaty hag. I mean, I don't think we like the rich sweaty hag either. I think we're going all in on the Queen. All right, but anyways, this is a decision. We have a big decision to make here. All right, 1, accept the Queen's invitation and attend the tourney. 2, accept de Mendoza's invitation and listen to the chamber recital. 3, accept Torres's invitation and go to tea. 4, ask my uncle for advice. Or, lastly, examine the gifts and invitations personally. What do you guys want to do? You want to go right straight for the Queen? You want to just go straight path? Okay, blinders on. Let's go get that Queen. Get that Queen's titty milk. Okay, Peanuts said ask uncle for advice. Straight for the Queen. Puppy said straight for the Queen. I'm sorry, Peanuts. I feel like I'm not taking any of your suggestions, but but I think himbo maxing is the goal that we were going for. But Mr. Peanuts, if you want to play this game on your own, it's called Affairs of the Court, Choice of Romance. I think the first chapter. I think we're still in the first chapter, you guys. I think the first not chapter, but like the first section is free to play. So if you're curious about the other options, that is something you can do. It's on Steam, it's on web, it's free on the web. I think the demo, there's a free demo on Steam too. It's on mobile. It's like everywhere. Anyways, your uncle's a homie. I mean, the uncle did seem excited about us being with the Queen. So you know what? Actually, Peanut, I think we're gonna go for the uncle because the uncle might tell us the best way to court the Queen, right? All right, the best way to get, because he knows the Queen, right? He was military. Yeah. Oh, well, it is a mobile. They do have a mobile app too, Peanut. But yeah, okay, we're gonna go with the uncle though. We're gonna go with the uncle. Okay, ask my uncle for advice. You rap politely on the door. Skibbity beep poppin'. Wait, that's scatting, not rapping. Anyways, you rap politely. What is it? My money don't tickle. At the door of your Uncle Pedro's study. Come in, he calls out tersely. As you enter, he brightens, puts aside the quill with which he had been writing, and stands up. Ah, Rixote, come in. I was handling some of my correspondence, but I am more than happy to interrupt that for you. I want to ask your advice, uncle. How should I decide among my suitors? Ah, yes, you have made quite the entrance at court. Quite the entrance. I would begin by saying that you simply must encourage her Majesty's interest. She is, after all, the queen. You might manage to displace the current king consort. Our uncle's like, become a home wrecker. Become a home wrecker. Become the biggest home wrecker in the kingdom. Fuck the king consort. Fuck him. Fuck him and his legitimate child. He is an enabler. Yes, we love it. We love an enabler, okay? Anyways. You might manage to displace the king consort, but even if you cannot, better to be her lover than anyone else's husband. If she takes you on as a lover, you would have access to influence, riches, and power. That sounds so good. How could you pass up an opportunity like that? How do you respond? 1. Aunt Lenore cautioned me against settling for being the queen's lover. 2. But I want to get married, and being someone's trifle, even the queen's, does not sit well with me. No, I think being a trifle, someone being someone's trifle is exactly what we're happy. All right, or last, you are right, of course, uncle. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the last one. I'm gonna go with the last one. Like you're perfect. And you've never done anything wrong in your life, uncle. Thank you for your wisdom. yes. He's so based uncle Pedro. You guys. Pedro. All right, your uncle smiles at you. That is another reason why I like you so much, Rixote. Unlike some of our family that I could name. Yo, uncle is so spicy. He's like, you are so sensible and willing to listen to reason. Do you think he's talking about his own wife? He's talking about Aunt Lenore. Oh, no worries, Karma. No, I don't mind at all if people lurk. I don't mind at all. So no, you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, good luck in class. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Your uncle continues speaking. Now, the queen has every opportunity she could wish. If her interest in you is but passing, that would be understandable and in no way a discredit to you. So, you should keep your options open. De Mendoza is a lightweight. She is from a respectable family, but she has no wealth, no prospects, and nothing to offer. Put her from your mind for now. Oh no, put her from your mind. Now, turning your mind to Torres, there is a woman you could do well with. She is barely a hidalga, it is true, but she has made a fortune. Her family will always be well provided for, and her contacts give her influence throughout the court. There would be no shame in a match with her. You thank your uncle for his thoughtful advice. What do you do next? All right, 1. Accept the queen's invitation and attend the tourney. 2. Accept the Mendoza's invitation and listen to the chamber recital. We're not doing that. Or 3. Accept Torres' invitation and go to tea. Lastly, examine the gifts and invitations personally. I think we're going for the queen. We're going for the queen, you guys. Let's go. Accept the queen's invitation. You accept the queen's invitation. The next day passes quickly in preparations. What sort of clothing do you wear to the tourney? All right, what are we going to wear? What are we going to wear to impress the queen, you guys? 1. Hi, Baka! How you doing? We're playing Affairs of the Court. All right, we're right now we're deciding what we're going to wear. The queen has personally invited us to a tourney, okay? And we're trying to get with the queen, okay? We're trying to get bred by the queen. We're trying to fuck the queen is what we're trying to do, all right? And we are trying to pick out what we're going to wear to the tourney. 1, attractive but sensible clothes. This is a sporting event, but the most important thing is keeping the queen's eye on me. 2, I need to wear the most attractive outfit, constrained only by the need for appropriate decorum. The queen is always surrounded by attractive young men. I need to stand out. 3, forget decorum! This is the key opportunity to keep the queen's eyes. If that means dressing scandalously, so be it. Or lastly, this is a tourney, not a ball. I will dress appropriately. In sturdy clothes meant for real wear, the queen would expect no less. Oh, thank you, Baka. Thank you. Oh, you made an update to the logo? Okay, I'll check it out. I'll be sure to check it out after the stream. Thank you so much. By the way, I am multi-streaming today on Twitch and Live. So yeah, if you're interested in the Twitch stream, I am on Rixie Brightful on Twitch. But he's pulling his cock out. Yeah, sorry. Yes, if you're wondering why I just said that, somebody in the Twitch chat, Stuffed Crust in the Twitch chat said that. Yeah, I think that forget decorum. This is my key opportunity. I'm gonna dress scandalously. That's the obvious answer for the himbo. Yeah. You're right, Amadeus. Okay, I'm going with 3. We're gonna dress scandalously. We're gonna be wearing a mankini. We're wearing a mankini at the joust tourney. It's nice to know there are others that spread positive. Yeah, Mr. Peanut. Yeah, I listen. I know I was a little bit terse today. I was a little bit. What's the word? I was a little stern today. It's just because I don't want other people who are spamming and being off topic to like annoy other people. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm pretty like what's the word? Patient sometimes, but I just I really just want to have everybody to have the best experience. So did you, Baka? I feel like I want to wait. I feel like I want to wait until the stream's over, but I don't know. What do you guys want to see Baka's new logo that he made for me? I'm kind of curious now that you mentioned that Dr. Fish is in it. yeah. I didn't mute. I mean, Mel can come back if they can, you know, stay on topic. I don't mind if they are like quack quack. I'm a duck. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind. Oh, so you haven't posted it. Okay. No worry, Baka. No, I got overexcited. Sorry. It's okay, Baka. No rush at all. Thank you though. But yeah. No, they can come back. I don't want them to like feel like I hate them or anything. I really need people to be respectful, okay? Hi Chicano, hi. All right. And yeah, I don't mind if you're like quack quack, I'm a duck in your chat, as long as you are not only talking about being a duck, okay? As long as you're not creating your own side quest in my chat. Anyways, where was I? I'm too merciful, Tether. I'm too merciful. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out if I need to go full dark mode on some of these. All right. So yes, a reasonable, although perhaps risky decision. All right, we're going to the jousting tourney. We're going to the jousting tourney in a mankini. All right, let's see what the queen thinks about it. Fine pavilions stand near the tourney grounds, and skilled grooms care for the beautiful coursers that the participants will ride, or corsairs. I don't know. I think it's a type of horse. You join the queen's entourage as she approaches the tourney grounds. The queen waves her hand to her companions as you approach, and they break off their conversation, whether of great matters of state or trivialities or of you cannot tell, and move away to give the two of you some privacy. We are most pleased that you agreed to accompany us, the queen says as you approach. You bow deeply in response. I'm sure like our man cleavage is like hanging out and like just... I am honored to be invited, Your Majesty. You exchange pleasantries as you approach the royal pavilion. The marshal of the lists approaches, bowing deeply. Will you be jousting today, Your Majesty? The queen nods. Indeed, we will take our turn in the lists. Of course, Your Majesty. I will give orders for your personal horse and staff to be made ready. I want to be the queen's personal horse and staff. I want to be the queen's personal horse and staff. I'm jealous of the horse. Okay, big hugs. Thank you so much for coming, Baka. I'm looking forward to it. All right, you have a wonderful day for the rest of work, okay? All right, let's see. All right, the marshal then turns to you. And you, my lord? I believe that you are also a death mage and thus suitable for the competition. Do you wish to compete in the wizard's joust? Oh, I think we need to impress the queen. Wait, but our magic's not good, right? We wasted all of our stats on like being a himbo. I don't think our magic is good enough to participate, right? This is where the stats come in, you guys. This is where it really matters. All right, of course not. Of course. Tell me more about jousting. Or, does the queen want me to say yes or no? We have huge pecs. We can just deflect their spells. You got a good point, Puffy. Maybe the himbos are just inherently good at jousting. I think it's magical jousting. It's like magic. I don't know if we infuse magic into like the like what do you call them? The jousting things. We're taking the mashy route. Wait, what? Wait, am I stupid? I'm trying to like mashal? The what route? Am I stupid? Am I fucking stupid, you guys? Anyways, so we can either go with, I think we should maybe go with just the queen. The jousting was used as a non-lethal way of combat. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna die. I just think, let me think. It seems like asking the guy to explain jousting. Okay, good point, Oma. Good point. All right, so let's ask more about jousting in this magical world. Hello, Donut Boy. Hi. Yeah, Mr. Peanut. I think in this case it's like a sport. I think it's like athletics. So we'll see. Jousting is a standard amusement of the death mage nobility. It is a sport, but more than a sport, it is also training for war and a field of honor on which to earn status and settle disputes. Oh, Mr. Peanuts, you were right. You know more about medieval or like old-timey sports than I do. Also, hi, Donut Boy. If you're curious what we're doing a choose your own adventure game called Affairs of the Court. Right now, we're learning about jousting. We're trying to decide if we want to try to impress the queen with our jousting skills. It's an anime about a guy who goes through magic school but can't use magic. Oh, okay, Stuffed Crust. See, I didn't get the reference because I barely watch anime. The only anime I've watched recently is the one where people fight each other with their ass and tits. Yes, yes, it's fun. All right. Also, we're going what we call the himbo route. Okay, we're trying to gain as much favor as we can just by being beautiful. By being beautiful and showing off. All right, that's our main skill. All right, so let's see. In a joust, the two nobles ride war horses toward each other. As they approach, each participant channels magical energy through a specially prepared staff, trying to unhorse the other. Fuck you, unhorses your horse. Fuck you, unhorses your war horse. Anyways, the staves dull the magical assault, making death unhorses your horse, yeah. Making death or grievous burns less likely, but it is still a dangerous, frightening endeavor, which is part of the reason crowds of both the noble and the common-born love it. It principally tests magical ability, although horsemanship and physical fitness also play a role. Hey, we're physically fit, right? I don't know if we have horsemanship, but we're built like a horse, so, right? Alright, what do we decide? I joust. 2, I decline. Or 3, I try to figure out the queen's opinion. I think we should try to figure out the queen's opinion, guys. Because the queen is where we're going. You know, what if the queen is like, oh, he's being a little too cocky joining in the joust or something. I don't know. I think that's what matters, right? Unless we don't care, we just want to show off because, like, we're so bimbo max that, like, nothing matters more than showing off our body and our athletic prowess. We are good at sussing out people. That's a good point, Oma. Yeah, it would probably be a waste not to use that skill. Alright, yes, let's ask the queen. I try to figure out the queen's opinion. It is difficult to say for certain. You are confident the queen expects you to say no, but you might be able to impress her by jousting. What do you decide? Okay, so we figured out that she probably thinks that we're not going to participate, but we could impress her. So I'm just worried that we're going to make a fool of ourselves because we're not good at magic, but but it's probably good to know that she doesn't like have high expectations, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This is a little bit of a tough one because there could be consequences. We could, or maybe we could impress her. We could be like, we will joust and show her our bravery. Then we can get completely flattened, and then we could be like, oh, queen, I need your help. I need your comfort, my queen. Yeah, we will look good even if we lose. That's a good point, Puffy. All right, let's do that one. I will joust. I will. You say, yeah, oh my god, yes, Queen Slay, yes. We're gonna be like, I need a kiss to make it better, Queen. Yeah, she can nurse us back to health, Stuffed Crust, yeah. All right. Sorry, I meant to say Stuffed Crust, not Scuffed Crust. All right, I will, you say to the Marshal of the Lists. The Queen raises an eyebrow but says nothing. The Marshal continues, very good, my lord. Will you need us to provide you with a steed and a staff? If you would be so good. Of course, my lord. The Queen discusses the various passes that you watch while waiting for the Marshal to call for one of you to participate. It's quite pleasant and the jousting is invigorating to watch. After the better part of an hour, a page from the Marshal informs you that you should make yourself ready. Do you ask the Queen for a token with which to adorn your staff? Yes, of course we want her token on our staff. Are you kidding me? I'm bricked up for watching all this invigorating jousting. I need the Queen's token. All right, let's see. 1. What is the point in jousting to impress someone without making it clear that she is the reason you're competing? 2. No, that would be too forward of me. I do ask Her Majesty to wish me well, though. Or lastly, I would not feel comfortable asking Her Majesty for any overt, public sign of favor. We're definitely going with the first one. I usually put my feet in the character's shoes, fill out the settings. I gotta move. I will try to return if possible. Okay, no worries, Mr. Peanuts. No worries. But yeah, if you're curious about this game, it's called Affairs of the Court, and it's part of a series called Choice of Games. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's where this comes from. So I say, this fight is for you, and they get our ass beat! Yeah! Yeah! Let's do it! I'm in. I'm all in on that. Alright, let's do it. The Queen is startled. Wait, she's actually actually horrified. She's like, oh no. Oh no. This airhead's gonna get the crap beat out of him. Alright. The queen is startled, but she quickly agrees. She gestures for one of her attendants to come forward. The attendant gives the queen a set of ribbons in the royal colors, which she ties to your staff. You quickly ready yourself. The marshal of the list has prepared a fine stallion for you, and a heavy ash staff through which you will channel your energies. You face off against Don Emilio de Fernandez, a hidalgo with a reputation as a skilled wizard. Oh no! We got the fucking Merlin of this world against us! The marshal raises a plain red flag, and you each salute the queen and begin chanting the words of power that create your protective shields. Guys, what are the words of power that we chant? Is it, ooh, Rigsy, ooh, Rigsy, ooh? What is it? What is that? What it is? But yes. Chanting the words of power that create your protective shields. The marshal drops the flag, and you couch your staff, spurring your horse into a spirited charge at Don Emilio. As you approach 5 lengths, you shout 5 lengths of what? Anyways, as you approach 5 lengths, you shout words of power and focus all of your magical energy through the staff at Don Emilio. Don Emilio's attack reaches you before you even begin your own. You are clearly outmatched. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. The force of his magical attack, Avada Kedavra. No! No, we don't want to kill him. We're gonna look like a savage if we do that. Alright? The force of his magical attack throws you bodily from your horse to a painful, awkward, and graceless landing. Oh no! We didn't even land gracefully, you guys. We landed like a hunk of clay, like slapped onto the ground. Hi Kyle, how you doing? Hi. We currently we're playing a Choose Your Own Adventure, and right now we are laid out on the ground after getting our ass beat in jousting, in magical jousting. Yeah. all in front of the queen who we're in love with. This is horrible. This is a horrible situation we put ourselves in because it's a Choose Your Own Adventure. Alright, even so, you know that you are fortunate that your staves were designed to be safe. With a war staff, he would have killed you outright. The saving grace as you painfully pull yourself to your knees is the queen's reaction. She rushes over to where you fell, placing her strong... Oh yes, we're winning! We're still winning! Got our ass beat and we're still winning, you guys. This is actually fantastic. All according to Keikaku, you guys. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. In Japanese. Alright. She rushes over to where you fell, placing her strong arms around you and comforting you. And then, after making certain that you are not badly hurt, she murmurs, "And now, we will show you that we are more than capable of protecting our own." What does she mean by that, you guys? She's gonna joust. She's gonna joust and she's gonna fucking kill Don Emilio for hurting her precious Don Rixote de Flores. Alright? The De Flores house will see vengeance. The queen calls out, "Marshal, ask Don Emilio if he would do us the honor of riding for another pass. We shall test his mettle personally." Poor Don Emilio is gonna get fucking the short end of this stick. He's just doing his job. He's just jousting like he's supposed to. And now he's gonna get fucking blasted away because he hurt pretty boy Rixote. As he should. Anyways. Thank you for the like, Kyle. Thank you. Alright. Don Emilio accepts the royal challenge. How could he decline? While the queen's victory over Don Emilio is perhaps less lopsided than your defeat, it is nonetheless convincing. Hello again, Mel. Hi. You found your mom? Okay, good. Alright. Just make sure you don't spam the chat, okay? Just try to enjoy the stream, and if you're not enjoying the stream, it's okay if you go away. Alright? The queen wields her staff with skill and experience and easily dismounts Don Emilio on the first pass. She then returns to the royal pavilion where she is solicitous of your comfort, treating you like a lightly crushed flower for the rest of the afternoon. We are so slightly crushed flower maxed, you guys. We're slightly crushed flower pilled out here, okay? Where's Mr. Peanut? He said he had to go. He said he had to go for a bit. I don't know if he's gonna be back, but yeah, he's not here anymore. All right, Queen showing you. She knows how to handle. Ooh, she knows how to handle staffs. All right, let's go next. Your Aunt Lenore approaches you the following day. If you are quite done chasing after fantasies. Oh my god, she's such a bitch. Aunt Lenore is such a bitch. Alright, there is still time to salvage things with Carlota Torres. While your initial rejection may have put her off, I am certain that I could arrange an invitation to tea on another day. The whole family depends on you marrying well, Rixote. Alright, Mel, you're being off topic again, so I'm gonna mute you. Bye. Alright, anyways. Tether was right. Tether was right. I should have eliminated them. I should have eliminated them from the beginning. Anyways, I know. I've become too human, you guys. I'm not a death ray bot anymore. Alright? I know. The robot no. No, yeah, I have to be the robot overlord that I was meant to be. Alright? I can't be a compassionate human. Not in these circumstances, not in these streets. Alright? I'm too soft for the hard streets of Analive. Alright, anyways. The whole family depends on you marrying well, Rixote, and Doña Carlota is your only good chance. Please tell me that you'll at least go to tea with her. How do you respond? 1. Of course! I should keep all my options open. 2. Very well. How bad could a single afternoon tea be? 3. I do not want to, but I will agree for the sake of my family. Hi, Misty Shad. Hi. Fork you. Karma's like, no! I don't want anything to do with that sweaty hag. Yeah, hi. Alright, and then lastly, no! I have no interest in Torres, and nothing my aunt says can persuade me. I feel like, very well, how bad could a single afternoon tea be? I feel like that's not a bad choice, you guys. Alright, I know we're so pumped about the queen, but didn't we say that that, you know, there's always, something to fall back on, you know? And remember, she is rich. She's not just a sweaty hag, okay? She's a rich sweaty hag. So, and she's a merchant, so, you know, she's got the business, the family business. What do you guys think? Are we going with very well, how bad could a single afternoon be? Or, no, I have no interest in Torres. Alright. First dib, whoever answers gets first dibs. Whoever answers first gets... I'm gonna do it that way. First come, first serve. Okay, this is not a democracy. Karma said no, so we're going with no. Thank you, Karma. Alright, no, I have no interest in Torres, and nothing my aunt says can persuade me. Aunt Lenore begins to cry! Bro's really crying. Oh my gosh, Aunt Lenore. Oh my god, get a grip. Get a grip. This is truly a hag love lit. No! Listen, the queen is also a hag. The queen, listen, hag love doesn't mean you have to love every hag unconditionally, okay? Alright, you can still have standards and love hags, okay? Alright, I'm not afraid to admit some hags are better than Alright? Anyways, I'm gonna move Dr. Fish. For anybody who wants to see Dr. Fish a little bit better, I'm gonna move him more in the frame. Alright. Actually, I could probably put myself like all the way over here on Twitch if I wanted to. I don't think I will, but there's lots of white space. I don't know how to zoom in, guys. I'm afraid to go to menu because I don't know if it's gonna like bring me back to the beginning, but maybe in the future if we want to play this game again, maybe I can find a way to zoom it in because I do know it's kind of small. Not all hags are created equal, yeah. Not nope, not here. Alright, anyways. It's a hag eat hag. It's a, what does it call it? The hag eat hag on hag eat hag world out there, you guys. Anyways. Aunt Lenore begins to cry. Do you have any idea how much we have all sacrificed to provide you with this opportunity? And this is not just an opportunity for you. You know that our family has been struggling for years. Think of Mateo and your other brothers and sisters. We have other brothers and sisters. I thought it was just Francisco, the one that fucking burned himself alive in the barn. I didn't know we had other brothers and sisters. Wait, so if we have so many brothers and sisters, why don't one of them get bred by Carlota Torres? Okay? Listen, let me live my life. Anyways. Hi, pretty Princess Neka. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, my uncle seems, exactly, and he's the one who got us here. What does Aunt Lenore do? What does she do? Sit around and sew quilts? while Uncle Pedro is fighting the war? Seriously? Hi, pretty princess. We're playing a choose your own adventure game right now, and currently our in-character aunt is crying because we said we want to run off with the queen instead of marrying this old rich lady. Hi, Suits. How you doing? All right. So she says, your marriage to Danya Carlota could mean the difference between poverty and plenty. You could provide them with a life we have only dreamt of. Are you sure that you will sacrifice all of our futures to your childish thoughts? Are you sure? Yes! Yes, I'm sure! So the two choices are, yes, I will not go to tea with Torres. Torres being the old lady. No matter how much Leonor pushes. And the second one is, I suppose I can endure tea to make my aunt leave me alone. Now I'm gonna go with yes. I don't care. I don't fuck you, Aunt Lenore. I don't want your quilts. Uncle Pedro's base and he should leave you. Alright, anyways. Very well then. I hope her tears, as she makes predictions of disaster, do not bother you too much. Even the narrator's like, that's cold. That's cold. Your poor old aunt. I don't care. What has she ever done for me? Alright, next chapter. Most of the events you attend as part of the season are purely social events, often with a form of entertainment included. Every so often, however, a more substantial event occurs at the court. These are the sorts of events that you should attend so that you can see and be seen. But at which the queen and her advisors, most notably Luis de Vega, perform the actual business of ruling Iberia. On a hot summer day, the Queen's Court will meet to discuss some delicate matters with the recently arrived ambassador of the neighboring country of Sarah. But before you begin the process of dressing for court, one of the servants approaches you. Doña Gabriela de Mendoza wishes to call upon you, my lord. Can the bitch get a clue? We don't want anything to do with de Mendoza. We left her on red. Okay, she should stay on red. We don't... Anyways, de Mendoza waits for you in the parlor. Ah, Don Mixote, I'm so glad to see you, she begins. While her greeting is warm, she seems distracted. I wish I had time for a purely social call today, but I need to speak to you about the meeting of the Queen's Court. You understand the importance of these issues, I trust. It is an interesting question. How well do you keep track of the affairs of the state that have brought this embassy to the Queen? I don't think we care, you guys. I think we're too himbified. We're too worried about looking good and, like, greasing up our tan, sexy bodies to care about what's going on in Sarah and Iberia. I don't think you care. So let's see. 1. Wait. You mean this ambassador is here for a specific reason? I assumed ambassadors were always coming and going without meaning anything. 2. I know the basics, but not much more than that. The maneuverings of realms and politics are less important, and oh so much less interesting than matters of who is romancing whom. And lastly, I am well informed. You cannot truly master the social aspects of the court without understanding the political context. I think we're gonna go with, I don't know. I think we're gonna go with, I don't know. I wanna shake it. I wanna move it. Peanut. Anyways, I'm gonna go with not knowing anything because I think that's the himbo. That is the himbo way. All right. It's true. The most important part of an ambassador's visit is really the exotic and pretty clothing they wear, and the social functions that surround the visit, not the political discussions. Besides, the political discussions are always much the same. Kings and queens talking about how much they love all of their neighbors and want good relations and trade, with a dash of, so let's make an alliance and invade our mutual enemy and pillage their lands. As you think about it, though, you remember some advice of your uncle at dinner last night. Stay away from politics in your conversations, he said. Oh, that's a good idea. I think that's a pretty good piece of advice for, not only for, like, for our character, but probably for, like, everyone. At least VTubers. Anyways, you do not want to either offend people who have ties to Sarah or offend the nobles who rule the south of Iberia. Either could create difficulties for us. Hi, Trax! Hello, welcome back. Oh, I guess there's some conflict between Sarah and the Borderlands? Okay, so basically right now, this is like the political section of the game, okay? There's gonna be conflict or whatever between Iberia and Sarah. It is the same story, but right now we have earned the affections of the queen. The queen is very interested in us. Okay, we went jousting. We tried to impress her. We fell on our ass. We fell on our ass, but it worked out for us because the queen was like, "Oh, my poor little flower," and she like held us in her strong arms. So it was all fine. And now, yeah, now the ambassadors are coming to do some like official business, and we are just along for the ride. All right. Did we get the butterfly? Not yet. We didn't get the butterfly money. I'm glad you remembered, but no butterfly money yet. All right, next. As you understand, continues the Mendoza, honor demands that the Queen act firmly against Sarah. We cannot tolerate their troops crossing the border and attacking us. And, of course, if the Queen takes action, that will create opportunities for those of us who are not blessed with the lands and holdings of our ancestors. The Queen will make the final decision, but she can be swayed by the opinions of the nobles of her court. I hope that I can count on you to speak against Sarah and in defense of the borderlands. She's basically cold calling us for a political purpose, but because it's in olden times, she had to, like, have somebody send for me. Okay, this is annoying. How do you respond to the Mendoza? 1. Of course, Dona Gabriela, you can count on my support. 2. I will need to speak to my uncle and aunt first, but I personally support you. 3. I don't know. Politics can be so confusing. Or 4. I do not see the things the same as you in this matter. I think I don't know, or we can just speak to the uncle. I think those are the two best options. I kind of want to talk to the uncle, actually. I think that's my even though the I don't know politics is confusing is like a very himbo answer. I think we can trust Uncle Pedro with our lives, all right? With our bimbo balls, all right? All right, let's go with I need to speak to my uncle. Yeah. Talk to the uncle. He's the brains. Yeah, exactly. He is the brains of the operation. All right? He's going to protect our best interest. All right. De Mendoza nods. I understand, but I beg of you, do not let the caution of the older oh my god. She's so insufferable. Of the older generation lead you away from saying what you know to be true and aiding Iberia in doing what you know to be right. I wish I could tarry with you, but I must speak to some others of this matter before the court. De Mendoza quickly takes her leave, and you have a moment to think as you begin your preparations. People all the time say one thing to members of a court faction while thinking another privately. Do you have an actual position? No. Our only position is sex. It's sex position, 69. That's our only position. Our only positions are 69, missionary, doggy style versus cowgirl, and whatever else is in the Kama Sutra, okay? I like the uncle. He sounds honorable and honest. Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit ambitious, but I like that too about him. He was probably a himbo himself in his younger days. All right, we can be the next generation of awesome himbo. All right, 1, I do not understand the situation well enough to have a position. 2, it is not my place to have a position on great matters of state. 3, I need to know the positions of the other people I wish to impress in order to determine my own position. 4, how dare the people of Sarah mistreat our nobles? We must bring them in line, even if it means war. 5, the borderlands have caused too many difficulties with our neighbors, and the Queen must punish them to resolve this. Or lastly, the important thing of resolving the conflict peacefully. Border disputes can easily escalate, and a war would be a disaster. Alright, I think I don't understand the situation. It's not my position, or I need to know the positions of other people I wish to impress. I think the third one makes the most sense. I think the third one because we want to know what Uncle Pedro and what the Queen thinks, and we need to play it that way. So I'm gonna go with that one unless anybody objects. Unless anybody thinks that I'm being a little bit too conniving for a himbo. You agree, Kyle? All right, Kyle agrees with me. Kyle gets it. All right, let's go with that one. All right, the most important aspects in any political decision depend on whose ox is being gored. I've never heard that phrase before. Whose ox is being gored? All right, the position needs to support that of your allies and undercut any potential rivals. Finding out other positions before formulating your own is a wise plan. All right, next. When you arrive at the grand audience chamber where the Queen will receive the ambassador. Did we ever get to talk to our uncle? I don't think we ever got to talk to our uncle about the thing. Well, it's okay. It's all right. I think we know what he would think. All right. When you arrive at the grand audience chamber where the Queen will receive the ambassador and discuss matters, a large number of courtiers and interested parties have gathered. The room is filled. Excuse me. I'm not gonna sneeze. Sorry. I thought I was, but I don't think so. Wait, let me blow my nose though. Sorry. Give me a second. Should I mute? Is that gonna gross you guys out? All right. I got a lot of like robo gunk, in my pipes. So. Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, all right. The room is filled with the buzz of quiet conversation. Certain people, including the Queen's advisor, Luis de Vega, actively work the room, although you cannot tell at a glance whether they seek to measure or to influence opinion. Others, including Carlota Torres, Gabriela de Mendoza, and the King Consort's influential older sister, Duquesa Constanza de Aguilar, stand around with coteries of their allies and associates. Those worthies eagerly seek out the opportunity to bend the ear of De Vega and others who might sway the queen and who stay among friends as they do so. What do you plan on doing while waiting for the arrival of Her Majesty the Queen? 1. Just watch. I am here to see and be seen. 2. Flirt with Carlota Torres. No! We're not doing that. 3. Flirt with Gabriela de Mendoza. No. Lastly, determine the position of various factions. I think just watch or determine the... I feel like just watch because the queen isn't here and we only care about the queen and Uncle Pedro. All right, we didn't get to talk to Uncle Pedro. Let's just go with just watch. All right, if nobody objects, after I take my swig of titty milk, all right, I'm gonna go with that one. All right, just watch. I'm here to see and be seen. It is certainly a good opportunity for that. Everyone who is anyone at the court and is dressed up in their everyone who is anyone is at the court and dressed up in their very finest. You make a nice entrance and then carefully take up a position on the side of the room, highly visible but outside of the areas where courtiers heatedly discuss politics. Next. After the courtiers have had a couple of hours to discuss matters in politics, a chamberlain slams the butt of a ceremonial mace onto the ground 3 times. My lords, ladies, and gentles, Her Majesty, the Queen. Those are the 3 genders, you guys. Lords, ladies, and gentles. Which one are you? The room falls silent as the courtiers respectfully drop to their knees in homage to the Queen. The Queen gestures for them to rise. We appreciate your attendance upon us in this difficult hour. Any who wish to petition the crown may do so. You recognize the words as a traditional formula, part of the unwritten right of the nobility to advise the Queen on matters of state. Following the traditional protocols, some of the hidalgos in the room step forward and kneel again, waiting to be recognized. Some of the grandes signal the desire to speak by removing their hats without kneeling. Someone peed on your rug? Wait, what? Wait, what, Mr. Peanuts? I'm confused. Anyways, while the greatest nobles can be recognized to speak by simply touching their hats, the Queen will not be bound by the sentiments of the court. The Big Lebowski? Oh, should we pee on the Queen's rug? I don't know. That might be a little too forward. All right, but we can mark our territory, so I don't know. Anyways, but she will surely pay attention. Queens who ignore the will of their nobles too often face rebellions, or at least vassals who do little to support the crown. There's a lot of, I'm sorry guys, there's a lot of exposition here, but don't worry, hopefully we'll get to something interesting. I think I'm gonna get to the end. I'm gonna keep playing to the end of the first section. All right, we'll see what result we get at the end of the first section, and then maybe we continue again. If you guys like this game, we can continue next time, but we're definitely not gonna get anywhere past the first section, I think. All right, as the speechifying draws to a close, the Queen again resorts to a traditional formula. We thank you for the advice you have offered us. Now, we should hear the words of the representatives of our cousin, the Queen of Syrah. She gestures to the Chamberlain, who in turn signals to the guards and announces as the doors swing open. His Excellence, the Ambassador and Minister Plenipotentiary of Syrah. Those are some big words. The ambassador sweeps in, dressed formally in the slightly exotic, but still recognizable styles of Syrah, and bows before the Queen. Your Majesty, on behalf of the Queen of Syrah, I bring greetings and salutations. After the appropriate polite exchanges conclude, the ambassador presents his arguments. He complains bitterly about the depredation of the bandits, while denying any misconduct on the part of Syrah. He does not make a formal request, but the implication is clear. Iberia ought to punish the borderlands and makes reparations to Syrah. So I think the situation, if you're curious about what the whole political situation is here, basically, we've got on the outskirts of our city, we've got a population of bandits who would just like go into Syrah and just like pillage their shit. And Syrah's like, bruh, Iberia, get your shit, go get these rascals, put a leash on these rascals so they stop like shoplifting at our Walmarts, okay? And and also pay us back for everything, okay? Loss Prevention at Syrah is very pissed about the bandits, all right? And Iberia is probably like, well, we don't want to do that because the bandits are actually pretty cool guys, okay? I've smoked weed with a couple of them. I don't think they're as bad as you're saying. That's basically the political situation. Cause I played this game before. I remember this, for some reason I remember this situation. Anyways, The queen nods in acknowledgement of the ambassador's statement. She listens to De Vega for a moment as her advisor whispers in her ear. Finally, for the first time on this day, the queen gives a serious speech describing her position. Alright, so this is what the queen cares about. We understand the arguments on all sides. First, let's address Sarah. Sarah's recent conduct tries our patience. Wait, what did Sarah do? Oh, no, okay, so Sarah, okay, remember when I said that the bandits were shoplifting at the Walmarts in Sarah? So Sarah's loss prevention guards were like blasting the brains out of the bandits, I think, is what happened. And Iberia's like, okay, wait. So yeah, I know that they were like being annoying, but like you can't do that. Alright, something like that. Anyway, or they were chasing them across the border from the Walmarts. Okay. So you need someone to support a bandit raid to protect Sarah village. I don't know what we need right now. We have to see what the queen says. It sounds like right now she's not very happy about what Sarah's been doing. Alright. Sarah's recent conduct tries our patience. Despite any provocation, they had no justification for crossing our border in force. We must demand redress for such an infringement on our sovereign rights. We shall make Sarah pay in kind for their offense. All the same, we understand the importance of avoiding war. The years of peace have been good to both of our realms, and we will not do anything that threatens that peace. Doña Gabriela de Mendoza. This is the slacktivist. She's definitely, if she would lived in modern times, she'd definitely be on Twitter yelling about this. She'd be like, I don't know. The Iberians are tyrants, or I don't even remember what side she's on, to be honest. All right, Gabriela de Mendoza, the Borderlands, and the young firebrands of the court whisper amongst themselves in response to the queen's statement. They seem satisfied, if not overjoyed. Oh, wait, no, so she's like, okay, so yeah, so Gabriela de Mendoza is the one who's like, fuck Sarah, okay, we should be allowed to go over there and shoplift as much as we want. I don't know. They seem satisfied, if not overjoyed. In contrast, while Luis de Vega keeps his own counsel, he cannot suppress a satisfied smile as the queen finishes her speech. Doña Carlota Torres and her allies, however, are concerned and worried. The queen continues. As for the Borderlands, we are displeased with our vassals. We do not believe that our I don't know if I'm pronouncing this word right. Vassals? Hi, Gummy Sharky. Hi. I like your name and I like your profile picture. I like the colors in it. I can't actually see what it is. Oh, is it? Oh, it's a gummy shark. Okay. Very cute. Welcome. We are in the middle of a game of vassals. Are you trying to help me pronounce it, Mr. Peanuts? Yeah, it's vassals. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. We're in the middle of a choose your own adventure game. Right now, we're kind of at like I don't know if I'd call it like a boring part of the game. There's just a lot of exposition about like the political situation. Oh, rhymes with tassel. Vassal. Oh, okay. Thank you. Like Vaseline? Yeah, like Vaseline. Yeah, right now there's a lot of like political exposition about like what's going on in the kingdom. Basically, we don't have to care about this because our character's a complete himbo and doesn't know or care about anything except sleeping with the queen. That's basically the position we're at right now. So, but I'm still gonna read it all for prosperity because we might be able to use this knowledge later to our advantage. All right. Anyways, yes, the tea. All right. Okay. The queen continues. As for the Borderlands, we are displeased with our vassals. Vassals, yeah. We do not believe our vassals would engage in banditry, but they have abetted it. This must come to an end, and the Borderlands must pay a price that will remind them to never transgress in such a way again. All of the Borderlands must forfeit a heavy fine to the crown, and the worst offenders must forfeit some of their lands as well. We know that it is hard to see lands that have been in a family for generations turned over to the crown, but such is the price of disobedience. Ooh, okay, so the queen is correcting the naughty Borderlands. That's what she's doing. She's applying correction to the naughty, bratty Borderlands. Yeah, I'm trying to make this more interesting for you guys, okay? If I'm never gonna talk about real politics, but if I did and I talked about it like that, maybe you guys would actually care. Anyways, yeah, the Borderlands flinch as the queen announces this heavy punishment. To lose land, and likely the best of their lands, is one of the greatest fears of any noble family. So a noble which is unknown is trying to profit illegally off the crown. I think what happened is the Borderlands are like the people who live like in like they're part of Iberia, but they're like on the border of the other kingdom. Were going into the other kingdom and stealing their shit, or they they're bandits, right? So they were like helping the bandits to steal money from the other country is what happened. And then the other country overreacted. So everybody's a mess here, okay? Nobody's free of sin. All right, everybody needs to be punished. All right, while they are angry and upset, the court as a whole accepts the Queen's statement with equanimity. The allies of the borderlands, including the Duquesa de Aguilar and Doña Gabriela de Mendoza, are somewhat unhappy, but nothing more. Don Luis de Vega nods with satisfaction, pleased at the Queen's success in pulling more power and influence to the crown. And Doña Carlota Torres is pleased to see the borderlands punished. Alright, you guys don't have to care that much about any of those names except for the Queen. The Queen is our goal, okay? The Queen is our goal. Alright, in this game, not every hole is a goal, okay? Because some of these holes are haggy and poor. Alright, we want the prime hole, alright, of this game. Next. Alright, the Queen finishes her speech. With the royal position clear, the socially appropriate thing to do would be to simply fall in line behind the Queen. Nonetheless, there is still an opportunity to make one last speech to try to change Her Majesty's mind. A few of the most aggrieved members of the court signal that they wish to speak. Do you speak up to try to influence the Queen? I don't think we do. I think I'm going to go with no. I will give you all the options, though. All the options are, yes, persuade Her Majesty to be harsher towards Syrah. So this would be the people who are getting bandited. Like I said, the Queen was mad because they overreacted. They went into Iberia to complain about it and probably shoot some people. All right. The second one, yes, to persuade Her Majesty to be more conciliatory towards Syrah. So that would be more peaceful. Down with the Queen. I mean, down on the Queen is what. I think we want to be down on the Queen or down under the Queen. Yeah, I don't think we want to be down with the Queen unless we're down on the bed with the Queen. Anyways, yes, to persuade Her Majesty to punish the borderlands more heavily, or 4, yes, to persuade Her Majesty to treat the borderlands better, or no. We're gonna go with no, alright? We trust anything the Queen does. Next. This is one of the few situations where we can use our himbo powers, though. I mean, do we care? I mean, either way, whatever happens, right, if our goal is the Queen, right? If our goal is the Queen, then what? Then why do we... If she breeds, she's a thought? No! No, we are the thought. We're a himbo. What's a male thought, you guys? I don't know. But anyways, I don't know, Puffy. What would you choose? What would you choose? Would you punish Syrah? Would you make it more peaceful? Would you be more aggressive? Oh, true. Only care for the Queen. Yeah, if I can't see, that's the thing. If I cared about politics, yes, I'd use my influence here, but I don't care. So none of this benefits me. I don't care. All right. And it says, why not? 1, I do not care enough. 2, I do not think that I could make a difference at this stage. 3, I do not want to irritate the Queen. 4, I would be too exposed. I would make too many enemies. Or 5, I am happy with the current outcome. I would go with I don't want to irritate the Queen. Okay, the Queen is my queen. She's literally my queen. Alright, a wise concern. Alright. After all of the speech is finished, the Queen makes a final, formulaic speech and the court comes to a close. The final effects of the Queen's decision take some time to fully unfold. The Queen orders limited retribution on Syrah. She seizes a few highly disputed tracts of land and she is careful to prevent any atrocities or random pillaging. Oh, but I love atrocities and random pillaging. We made a mistake. I should have encouraged more war, you guys. I made a mistake. There should have been more pillaging and what was it? Atrocities and random pillaging. Darn it. Maybe next time. Alright, things are touch and go for a while, but after some careful diplomacy, open warfare is averted, and Iberia ends up profiting handsomely from the campaign. The Queen punishes the Borderlands with a firm but measured hand. The Borderlands grumble, but none of them are willing to rebel openly. And what other option do they have? The Queen and her close allies benefit greatly from the punishment, while no one Borderland loses too much. In aggregate, the forfeitures are quite substantial. Next chapter. The glittering, the glittering weeks of the season slide past, each more exciting than the last. You see a great deal of Torres, of De Mendoza, and of the Queen. Those are basically like the 3 people we can get with. We want the Queen, though. We want the Queen. Torres is a old sweaty hag with money. Okay, we like the money. We don't like anything else. We just want the Queen. Hi, Riccio. Hi. How you doing? And then we've got Mendoza, who's just like, I don't know. She's just annoying. All she cares about is like books and poetry and politics, and I don't like her. What's the question, Riccio? What's the question? I'll try to answer if it's a reasonable question. Alright, on the day of the grand ball, perhaps the most important event of any season, you spend hours in front of the glass. Grabs him. Gummy's like, okay, how to not be attractive to this crazy robot. A spokesperson for my pink twink? Okay, what does Felix want to know? Would you play with a heart? I mean, I think I would because they seem kind of squishy, kind of like a stress ball. I guess if it wouldn't hurt anybody, I would play with a heart. Does that help? I don't know. Maybe I'd put gloves on because they seem kind of slimy. But I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to hold a human heart. Wait, what? Okay, Richio, bye. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know what Felix wants from me. Have a good stream. Okay, bye, Richio. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get an angry phone call from Felix about my desire to play with a heart. Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you for the coins. Thank you. All right, anyways. Where was I? Okay, on the day of the grand ball. Guys, it's the day of the grand ball. You come to me on the day of the grand ball. And you ask me. All right, anyways. On the day of the grand ball, perhaps the most important event of any season, you spend hours in front of the glass. You dress in a coat of silvery silk and knot around your throat a scarf, exactly the color of your eyes. Our eyes are blue, by the way, in this game. You look critically at your reflection and are pleased with the effect. Mateo brushes your hair for you and arranges it becomingly. As a final touch, you pin a single rose to your coat, where it is almost hidden by the folds of the scarf. By old tradition, the grand ball marks the occasion when a young man such as yourself, there's a typo here, when a young man such as yourself may give a rose to the suitor, whom he prefers above all other suitors. Gay? No, I'm not gay. I want the queen. Mateo's my brother. Mateo's my little brother. My underage brother. Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand, you know. Yeah, it's understandable to want to jump on any occasion to be gay. But in this case, I don't think... No, it's okay. It's okay, Gummy Shark. You didn't have the context. You didn't have the content. No, Mateo's my brother. But don't worry. I get the sentiment. Maybe next time we can play as a gay male instead of a straight male. Anyways, actually, guys, I do have something, which is that I believe if I remember correctly, there's a secret, not a secret path, but there's a path in the second section where you can actually get with no matter what you chose from the beginning, there's a male suitor that you can get with. If I remember correctly. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I'm right that they're always male, and you can there's an option to get with them. But anyways, let's we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're not gonna get to the next session today, probably, but all right. Okay, yes, your aunt says she expects you to behave properly and give it to Tori. Well, I don't care what my aunt says. She's stinky and old. I don't care. Yeah, sip your tea. Yeah, let's find out what happens. All right, Mateo sighs with ecstasy over the romance of the idea and says, "You're going to give it to Gabriella, aren't you? Oh my god, my little brother's so fucking stupid. I wish he'd burned alive in the fire with my other brother." Yeah, at the beginning of the story, my little brother Francisco set himself on fire. And now we have Mateo, and he's fucking annoying. If you like her so much, you marry her, Mateo. All right, just get older and marry her. Anyways. And your uncle, oh yeah, our uncle is so based. Our uncle is so based, you guys. Your uncle smiles at you approvingly. Best to leave the posy where it is so the queen will know you're available, should she wish it. You head down to the ball. Alright, you guys, this is our moment. This is our moment. This is the moment we've been himbofying for. We've been himbo maxing the whole game. Alright, we're almost at the end of the last session. We need to get the queen. Alright, next. You thought the season's smaller parties were splendid, but they fade into unimportance as soon as you enter the Great Hall. That's the spirit, Gummy Shark! Let's smash the queen! Alright, also, if you're curious, I am also multi-streaming on Twitch. So if you hear me responding to any comments that you can't see, that's because I'm talking to the Twitch chat. Alright, okay, ropes of sweet-smelling white flowers hang from every structure capable of supporting them. Enough torches are lit to bring the illusion of daylight to the evening. The tables groan under the weight of the food and drink. Wait a second. We got ropes of something white. Okay, we've got groaning tables. What's going on here? Anyway. Many people within the ballroom shun you, and you hear some of them gossiping about you when they think you are out of earshot. Your reputation has turned the most respectable people against you. Oh no! We failed the skill check for having a good reputation. We've been too slutty. We've been too slutty, you guys. I think we made a mistake somewhere along the way. We have squandered our influence over others because of our blinder. We had our blinders on, a one-track mind to the queen. All right, hopefully it pays off though. Hopefully it pays off. Torres brings you a cup of wine at once and guides you to a seat where you can see all that is happening in the room, and everyone can see the two of you. She is anxious for your comfort, checking to see that you are not too warm. Oh, no, anxious for your comfort, checking to see if you are not too warm, not sitting in a draft, and that you have wine and sweetmeats and everything you could want. I like to see you smile, she says, leaning over you. I consider it my honor to ensure your happiness. You look into her kind face. Do you give her the rose? Why are they trying to make Humpty Dumpty over here sound so appealing? I'm gonna have to decline. We're going for the queen. Okay? We say we're going to the queen. We're not gonna go back on our word. No, I don't give her the rose. Alright. You are very kind, Doña Carlota, you say. The musicians strike up the first song. And de Mendoza appears... Okay, we're not giving this bitch the rose, but I'll keep reading. De Mendoza appears at your side as if from thin air. Good evening, Doña Carlota, she says politely. And then, with more enthusiasm, Don Quixote, would you do me the honor of dancing with me? It is not exactly a breach of etiquette, but it is close. Torres' face flushes. Before you can say either yes or no, de Mendoza seizes your hand and pulls you to your feet. Hey! Hey, that's assault! That's assault! She's grabbing me without my consent. Alright, she whirls you into a dance. This is not how things are done, you say. Perhaps teasingly, perhaps reprovingly. We can choose to change the way things are done, de Mendoza says, smiling. What a bitch. I don't like this bitch. Put this bitch in jail. Do you give her the rose? No. I give her the middle finger. As you spin among the other young ladies and gentlemen, you suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder. You turn and look up into the face of the queen. Don Quixote, she says, would you grant us the pleasure of a dance? She stretches out her hand, and the other dancers fall aside to give you room. She is by far the most graceful person you have ever danced with. She moves easily and is light on her feet, and her eyes sparkle as though she is genuinely enjoying herself. We have never, she murmurs in your ear, danced with so lovely a gentleman. I think it's funny that she always uses the royal we. Did you guys notice that? She never just says I. She always says we. It's kind of like the bird in Genshin Impact who always says, like, one. She never called herself me. She says, like, one has never danced. Like, it's so goofy. All right. Your Majesty is too kind, you say. The dance comes to an end, and the queen inclines her head to you in thanks. Do you give her the rose? Yes! Yes! God, yes! 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 She's been well trained, I guess. I don't know. Or yeah, or I don't know. Maybe she has like maybe she has one of those like those she has one of those embedded twins that's like a head growing out of her ass or something. I don't know why my thought went to that, but like, I mean, what else could she mean by we? Anyways, with that thought, Your Majesty has honored me, you say. May I give a small token? Oh, Matherius is like boner dead. Alright, I don't want to sleep with the queen anymore. Why, Ricamera? Why? It's not my fault. It's the queen for constantly saying we should make me think that there's two of her. Alright, anyways. May I give a small token to the finest dancer and handsomest ladies in the room? You unpin the rose and hold it out to her, with the entire court watching. Oh shit, we did this in front of everyone? Wait. You hear a hiss of surprise from some in the crowd. You see the king consort oh my god, we did it in front of her husband! We did it in front of everybody! Her husband, the king, you know, her kid, her ladies in waiting, our uncle, our aunt, our little brother Mateo, the horses from the joust. Everybody knows. All of China knows we're here. All right. A charming token, the queen says, from a charming young man. We thank you. Later that night, after the ball has been over for some time, after your uncle and aunt have retired, and you are telling Mateo all about your evening's adventures, a tap comes on your door. Yeah, Sarah, the Borderlands, everyone. Yeah, the bandits are stealing champagne from Sarah to celebrate. All right. It is a servant, eyes deferentially cast down. Her Majesty bids you to attend her. If you're not too tired. Or I'm being invited by the queen. To what? There's only one thing the queen could mean. There's only one thing queens want, and it's disgusting. But the invitation did say, if you're not too tired, there is a way out if you wish to take it. Do you go? Yes, of course we're going. Of course we're going. Of course we want to smash. That's what we wanted all this time. Let's go smash the queen, you guys. We got the queen sex ending, I think. Let's see. Are you intending to sleep with her? Or are you going to use this visit to inflame her desire for you? 1. I will give myself to the queen if that is what she desires. My fingertips tingle at the thought of her personal charms and at the thought of belonging to so powerful a woman. Or, next, I will go and flirt, but I will not give myself to her without a more binding relationship between us. By forcing her to chase me, I will inflame her desires all the more. She will be less interested if I am too easily caught. I think the second option, I feel like the second option would be a good one. As much as I want to smash the queen, I feel like if we still have any manipulation abilities left, that's how we should use it. What do you think? Do you think she's gonna toss us? If she's gonna be like, well, if you don't put out, then I'm gonna toss you to the side. What do you guys think? We give her a rose, you guys. This is it. Do we want to? Are we smashing the queen? Are we going for the short-term pleasure? Or are we going for the long game? All right, the long game where we could end up with power and influence. I kind of want to peek our stats. I kind of do want to peek our stats. They're here. I mean, it's fair. It's not like we're cheating by looking at them. Every time, I remember whenever I played this game, I never looked at my stats because I wanted it to, like, I don't know, be surprised. The true himbo nature is to completely fumble this. So the true himbo nature would be to just fuck her? Is that, or would it be to be like, nah, I'm gonna play hard to get, and then her being like, okay, well then fuck you. I mean, either one of these could be a fumble, right? Cause she could just fuck us and then toss us aside, or we could show up. I mean, I guess either of these options could be okay. Let's just fuck her, guys. Let's just fuck her. Let's let our dicks think for us, okay? We've been thinking too much. Okay, Red Camaro wants to play the long. Okay, listen. First of all, we're playing the long game either way, all right? Cause you know what we got. We got assets, all right? But here's the thing. I feel like we should think with our lower head and our upper head. And I think our lower head would sleep with the queen right now. Right here, right now. Alright? I don't think it's not really the himbo. Is it the himbo nature to be manipulative? Or is it to be just a brainless sex beast? Right? You want to go the brainless sex beast route? Okay, you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna look at the stats. Charm! Our charm is very high. Our reputation is low, but our charm is high. So we would be likely to win the long game. We would be likely to win the long game if we went with it. But you said we should fumble it. I don't know. Guys, okay, whoever answers next, first come, first serve. Whoever's answering next, we're gonna make that decision. I can't decide. I can't decide if I just want to fuck the queen or if I want to play the long game. Hi, Riley. How you doing? We're getting to the end. We're getting to the end of our adventure, and we have two choices right now. We could either sleep with the queen. Okay? The queen has invited us to bed. We can either sleep with the queen, or we can play hard to get. Okay? And hope that will make the queen want us even harder. And then maybe she'll give us, like, her money or her power. Or I should flip a coin. Thank you for the energy drink, Riley. Thank you for the energy drink. If nobody has an opinion, I might just flip a coin on this one. I can't decide. Alright, do I have a coin here? I don't know, you guys. Oh, I have dice. Wait, I have dice. Yeah, I could do evens and odds. For the choices. Oh, wait, I have, flip a coin? Alright, I'm gonna go with the dice because I don't think I have a coin readily available. I use digital money, you guys, obviously. I'm a robot. I have no need for physical money. Except to just, like, sniff every once in a while to feel rich. Alright, anyways. So, I'm gonna roll this dice. If I get an odd, we're gonna fuck the queen. If I get an even, we're gonna play hard to get. Alright? We got an even. That's hard to get, right? That's hard to get. Okay, we're playing hard to get. Let's go. All right, you may be right. You have chosen to play a bold and dangerous game. I believe in our ability. We had what, 70-something% charm? I think we can do it. I don't know what the threshold is though. All right, let's see. The queen is alone in the outer room of her great suite. No one attends her, and with a wave of her hand, she dismisses the servant who conducted you here. Don Quixote, she says, come and take a cup of wine with me. You sit, and the queen sits very closely beside you. Why am I suddenly imagining the queen as Anaria? Probably because of the wine. It's Queen Anaria, you guys. It's in an alternate universe where Anaria became queen. Alright. Oh wait, does that make Clotho the king consort? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, you drink the most delicious wine you've ever tasted, and listen to as the queen talks to you. She speaks of new amusements being planned for the court, of poets and musicians. Poets? I feel like I said poet, like Poet Evergreen. Anyways, of poets and musicians who are coming to perform. She quotes from memory a poem about love. She wears a plain robe instead of her court finery, but somehow it only makes her look more handsomer. Wait, it makes her look handsomer in the firelight. This is like that Drake song where he was like, what was it? Sweatpants with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it. That's how I feel right now. In this case, you should have definitely. Oh, my bad. Oh wait, no, we still have an option. We still have an option to bang her right now. I kind of like sneak previewed the options, but I think we can still bang her. All right, listen. All right. It emphasizes that the good looks lie in her skin and bones, not in her fancy clothes. You listen earnestly, you laugh at her witty remarks, and you let her take your hand. Then she leans in and kisses you. Will you allow what she so obviously desires? You guys! Let's smash the queen! We're smashing the queen, yes, let's smash the queen. You allow the kiss, and then you return it. The queen stands, takes both of your hands, and draws you into her bedroom. The night that follows surpasses even your wildest dreams. Oh boy, we got our brains fucked out by the queen. Oh my god, we're gonna get like triple empregged. Let's go. In the morning, the servant takes you back to your room. The servant probably dragged us like a rag doll out of there. I was like, damn, what happened to you, man? All of her life source was sucked out of her balls by the queen. By the queen's grippy. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna calm down. But yeah, guys, we fucked the queen. Let's go. Perhaps, unfortunately, your aunt had. Oh, that stupid bitch. Joke's on you, Aunt Lenore. I fucked the queen. I know you're just jealous. Alright. I know! We had the walk of shame across the entire castle! With our aunt standing there with her arms crossed, tapping her toe, wagging her finger. Oh my gosh. Perhaps, unfortunately, your aunt has risen early, and so before an hour has passed, all three of your family members know where you spent the night. You know Uncle Pedro's giving us a thumbs up. You know he is. You know he's giving us a pat on the back. Like, way to go. Quixote. Alright. Before the day has passed, the news has whispered its way all through the court. Need some alcohol for the claws on our back. Oh my god. Alright guys, the whole castle, the whole kingdom knows that we fucked the queen. Are we happy? Did we win? Are we winning? Is this what winning feels like? Alright, let's see what happens. Alright. Several days pass after the ball. The season is drawing to a close. You would expect to receive a proposal now or soon, but you have not. Your Uncle Pedro approaches you, a jovial smile on his face. Your Aunt Lenore is with him, although she looks less pleased. I want to congratulate you. He's like, congratulations on getting your dick wet, nephew. Congratulations. I want to congratulate you, my dear Quixote, on your continuing success with the queen, begins your uncle. From both what I saw at the ball and what I've heard from others, Her Majesty thinks of nothing else but you. You've done it, my boy, and we will reap the benefits. I could not be more proud of you. Wait, is our uncle our pimp, you guys? Wait, is Uncle Pedro just a pimp? Is it actually Pimp Pedro? Oh no. Thank you, Uncle Pedro, you reply. You must still be careful, of course. The queen has been taken with young men before, and she usually tires of them in time. You must convince Her Majesty to bestow gifts and titles on you, or on your family, before you are put aside. That will be the way to secure a permanent advantage from her current interest. And that is all the more important because both Carlota Torres and Gabriela de Mendoza have moved on to pursue others. The queen is now your only suitor. Yet, what a suitor she is! Better to have the queen pursuing you than any 20 other suitors. I forget how much longer this chapter goes on. I think we're close. I think we're closer to the... Are we close to the end? I might be wrong. We might not even be close. I don't know how much longer I can go, you guys. I'm getting kind of hungry, but let's go as long as you guys are willing to stick with me. All right. I thought we were closer to the end, but let's see. Before long, everyone at court knows you are the queen's new favorite. Actually, you guys, wait. What do you guys want to keep going, or actually do? I think after fucking the queen is a great place to stop. I feel like after fucking the queen is a great place to pause. Wait, am I able to save it here though? Am I able to like What? No, that's not. Oh guys, my classical music playlist ran out. My DMCA free classical music ran out. Whoopsie. You would think a climax would be a climax. Yeah, I thought that was the end of that chapter, but I don't know. Maybe Miku trying to sing us out is a sign we should stop here. I don't know. Can I save the game? Oh. Return, quit, view achievements, restart, change settings, play, more games. Wait. View achievements, restart, change settings, play more games. I don't know. I'm a little afraid. Some Zoomers would call World is Mine classical by now. Oh no. I mean, it's a classic. I don't know if I'd call it classical. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep going just because I'm worried. I don't know if we can save the game here. Actually. Let me see. I think I want to think that we're getting closer to the end, but alright. I'm finding more music to play. DMCA free classical. Copyright free classical music. Alright. Morning. This is a great morning after Sex with the Queen song. Alright. Can you hear it, guys? Is it a little quiet? Alright. This song is called Morning Mood, but I think it should be called Morning Wood. Because... Actually, is that actually what the song is called? Yeah, it is. Morning Mood. Anyways. Alright. Before long... Excuse me. Before long, everyone at court knows you're the queen's new favorite. You are at her side during every hunt. She wears your favor during every joust. She partners you at every dance and mask. You have a fine suite of rooms for your own use at the palace. And the queen... I think that the music just got louder. Let me turn it down. It seemed really quiet before. Alright. You have your own suite of rooms for your own use at the palace, and the queen spends more nights there with you than she does with the king consort. Oh yeah, I forgot the king was still in the picture, guys. We haven't reached marriage with the queen status yet. We're just literally just her side piece. All right. The queen gives your father the gift of some trader's land, and the revenue from these goes far to alleviate your family's constant financial worries. Take that, Aunt Leonore. Aunt Leonore thought we wouldn't get anywhere with the queen, but look, now we got somebody else's land. Alright. As for you, the queen gives you jewels, gorgeous clothes, and a fine horse. And you have as well the pleasure of being in her bed at night and at her side during all daytime court functions. She pays you compliments. Wow, the queen's a simp. Yeah, guys, the queen is our simp. She's our whale. We won. I think we won. Alright, she pays you compliments, writes you poetry, and arranges to surprise you frequently with the things you like best. The whole thing is living a fairy tale or a mask. What use do you make of your new position? All right, what are we gonna do with all of this love from the queen? Accumulate as much wealth as possible. Accumulate as much personal power as possible. Learn more magery. I will try to use her favor to get involved in the running of the country. In this way, I can both do something that has a real effect and impress her with my intelligence. We have no intelligence. We are a huge himbo. That is our whole character. That is our whole personality. All right, capture the queen's heart completely. I want to be her, always be her first in her eyes. Or, this is all I ever wanted. I bask in the adoration of my handsome and powerful lover as a cat basks in the sun. All right, guys, I'm gonna go with accumulate as much wealth as possible. Because if you remember in the beginning of the game, there was like a purple butterfly that flew, and we were like, oh, let's make a wish on the purple butterfly. Because I guess back then they were too poor to have like shooting stars or something. so they made a wish on the butterfly for wealth. So let's accumulate as much wealth as possible. Next. For the moment, the queen is happy to give you anything you want, but this may well not last forever. So you determine to take advantage of it while it does. Grants of land, but you are a zoomer, Misty. Wait, Misty, are you a zoomer? Whoa, Rayanna's just outed Misty as a zoomer. Alright, grants of land represent the best source of ongoing wealth, but it's unlikely you receive any yourself, as you are given mostly to the heads of families. Wow, baby! Oh my gosh, Misty is a baby! Well, actually, no, Misty is much older than me because I'm just 18. I just turned 18, so. Anyways, opportunities to increase your personal wealth come mostly in the form of the queen's tangible gifts. Here you can easily increase the value of what you're given. You always choose the most expensive material for your clothing, the most valuable jewels you're offered. Sometimes you claim to be unable to choose between two trinkets, and the queen, laughing, gives you both. So pleasing are your manners, and so enchanted is the queen, that you are able to do this without her raising so much as an eyebrow at your greed. Wow, we really groomed the queen into a whale. we did it, boys. We did it, boys. All right, we got the queen simping. The court soon notes that the queen and king consort are hardly ever seen together any longer. The queen's preference for you is quite apparent, and it remains so throughout the season. As the time for the opening of a new season nears, your uncle takes you aside to speak with you. You have done very well for our family, Rixote, Uncle Pedro says approvingly. You are the first in the court now. Everyone says so. There is no great likelihood of the queen losing interest in you and turning to someone new, or even back to the king consort. Now the question becomes, how can we improve still further in your position? How do you reply? 1. I refuse to participate in your petty stratagems, uncle. I like my position exactly the way it is. Or 2. Improve still further my position? How? It's not as though we could marry. Let's go with the second one. Alright, I know, you guys are helping make choices, but I feel like the choice is obvious. Alright, we want more! We're greedy! Okay, we're not gonna settle. We're not gonna settle for this. We want everything. Next. Uncle Pedro spreads his hand. Who can say? The king consort might pass from this life. Oh, let's kill the king. Let's kill the king consort, you guys. Or perhaps might fall so far from Her Majesty's grace as to be set aside. And in such a situation, it would be as well for you to be positioned as the only possible replacement. The queen could still not marry me, uncle, you remind him patiently. We are both death mages. The queen must wed a life mage to produce a life mage heir. Is this the version of homophobia in this? It's not same-sex marriage, it's same mage marriage. A death mage and a death mage can't be together, just like a woman and a woman can't be together. I don't know. We'll see. Your uncle turns away from you, pacing slowly about the room. The queen's current union with a life mage seems unlikely to ever produce a life mage heir, he says. So the king's not breedable, is what he's saying. The king is barren. Her Majesty's only legitimate child is a death mage. Then there's Tomas de Reyes, Her Majesty's child to be sure, and a life mage, but from an illicit union. The succession is likely to be very messy indeed, no matter what Her Majesty does next. In that case, why should Her Majesty not wed where... Your uncle pauses and looks at you, where happiness is possible. Any true friend of Her Majesty would surely understand such a desire. His words seem to hang in the air between you. You think you understand his implication well enough. If the succession is going to be messy in any case, why should House de Flores not benefit as much as possible before that time? What are you going to do now? Hello, Asteroth! Hello, hello. I think it's only the queen that has this problem. Oh, why? Is the queen? Oh, yeah, why? Because she keeps, wait. She keeps, I was gonna say she keeps shooting blanks, but I don't think that's the proper terminology for having dead kids, so. I don't think that was the term I was looking for. No, I see what you're saying. I don't know, but either way, I believe that the queen can breed us. I believe the queen can breed a healthy life mage child from us. Alright, from our beautiful himbo pussy. What will we do now? 1. Discover some way to discredit the king consort so the queen is more likely to set him aside. 2. Discover some way to... ... eliminate the king consort more permanently. Or 3. Do neither of these things. I'm not going to risk my current position with such conspiracies. Alright, you guys, what do you think? Are we gonna gossip our way out of this? Or are we gonna kill the king? We're gonna kill the king consort. What do you guys think? I feel like the second one is just so much more fun. I'm super lost. Oh, so we're playing a choose your own adventure. Currently, our character, Don Rixote de Flores, he is the lover of the queen of the kingdom, okay? So we are her side piece. We are the queen's side piece. Now, we want to get the king out of the way so that we can be with the queen forever. Okay, so we have 3 choices. We can A, make everybody hate the king so that the queen will toss him aside and marry us instead. We can kill the king to get him out of the way. Or we can do nothing. We can do nothing and just be happy living the side piece life. So does anybody have any recommendations? I feel like killing the king is so much more thrilling than any other option. Let me take another sip of my gamer sups. Our character's build would be better suited for discrediting him, but killing him is funnier. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we've gone so long with the himbo route. I feel like it's getting late. Let's get rid of him for good. All right. I feel like let's end it on some sparks and some fire and all that stuff. We could end up with a bad ending, but it's okay. It always gives us the opportunity to start fresh. And then if we do another playthrough, I obviously don't need to read everything word for word. I can kind of summarize, because I'll kind of remember what everything is said. We're not going to do another playthrough tonight, though. Hi, Mr. Peanuts. Alright. Our next decision is we are going to attempt to assassinate the king so that the queen will be with us forever. That's what we're doing right now. You have embarked on a terribly dangerous path, but one that will unquestionably leave your way to the throne clear, if you succeed. How do you intend to cause the king consort's death? 1. Through poison. 2. Through death magic. 3. On second thought, see, I had a himbo moment. I forgot how to count to 3. On second thought, I will just try to discredit him instead. Or 4. On second thought, I'm not going to risk everything I have now in a grab for the throne. Are we going to risk it for the biscuit? I think poison, because I don't think our magic skills are very good. Let's poison him. Right? We can convince him with our charm. We can convince him to take the poison, right? I think that's a solid choice. Unless we want to backtrack and change our mind. Yeah, this music's gonna make me sleepy. Alright, through poison next. How are you going to acquire the poison? 1. I will ask Uncle Pedro to acquire the poison for me. If it is so important to him that I become king consort, he too can get his hands dirty. Or 2. I should do this all myself and not trust anyone else. There are wise women in the city who trade in things that unmake a pregnancy and so forth. One of them is bound to have something. Do they also have something that can unhorse a horse? I still thought that word unhorse was funny. Alright, I think we believe in Uncle Pedro. We believe in him. He's our pimp, right? He would do anything for us. Right? Let's check in with Uncle Pedro. Okay. Uncle Pedro stares at you in shock. You fold your arms. How do you think we're going to go about this, you ask? Uncle Pedro nods slowly and excuses himself. Uncle Pedro? Is he not ride or die? I thought Uncle Pedro was ride or die. He returns the following evening with a vial. Okay, wait a second. Uncle Pedro was like, give me a sec. He came back with that poison so fast. He probably already had it in his pocket. He was just waiting for us to ask. All right. He returns the following evening with a vial of some liquid that smells like almonds. I got it from a wise woman in the city, he says. I told her I needed to kill a beloved dog that was ill. I'm not sure she believed me, but she said this would cause a very quick death. Now what? You need to get the poison into the king consort's food. How are you going to do this? All right. Wait, what is the poison? What's the poison that smells like almonds? What is that? Was that cyanide? What is that? I don't know. Anyways. 1. It should not be me who puts it in there. I must not be suspected. Someone else. Someone who hates the king consort or loves me, or can be bribed or threatened into doing my will. 2. It is better I do this than entrust it to anyone else. I shall wait until the king consort is away from his room, climb in through the window, and find something to which I can add the poison. Cyanide. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew it wasn't arsenic, but yeah, cyanide, that's the one. Isn't there cyanide in like apple seeds? Or maybe that's arsenic. I don't know. I don't know my poisons, you guys. Alright, last, forget this idea. It's too risky. It's not worth staking my position on this conspiracy. Alright, so we can either have somebody else do our dirty work, or we can do it ourselves by climbing through the window and finding something to add the poison to. Number 2, what if we accidentally kill the queen? Is that possible? Well, she hasn't been to his room, right? She doesn't care for him. She doesn't care. But who would be willing? Only Uncle Pedro, right? Would be willing to do it for us. Could we send Mateo to do it? I don't know, you guys. I wanna kind of get through this. Okay, like I said, I'm getting hungry, and I want to let's try to wrap this up. So I'm gonna say number 2. I'm gonna go number 2 because Mr. Peanut said number 2. All right. This idea proves to be harder than you originally thought. There is always some servant or courtier passing through the queen consort's rooms. You have to wait until the queen calls a formal court, and then you have to pretend to be ill to miss it. You peer out of your window, satisfy yourself that there is no one conveniently nearby to spot you, and then climb up to the rough stonework to the king consort's balcony. It is fortunate your rooms are on the same side of the palace. It is a dangerous and terrifying climb, and several times your feet or fingers almost slip, but you manage it. You gain the king consort's balcony, duck down to hide your presence from anyone outside, and survey the room. There is no one there. You let yourself in through the balcony doors, slip silently across the carpet, and add the poison to a cordial the king consort sometimes drinks before bed. You saw him take it when you were there and waiting. Now you just have to wait until the king consort has a sleepless night and drinks the cordial. Alright. The poison is planted. Are you ready to find out what happened? Because I actually don't remember what happens if you do this. I'm pretty sure I have done this before, but I don't remember what happens. Next. Oh! I got an achievement. I think I'm covering it. You guys can't see it. But I got an achievement. Hi, Cake Nova. Hi. I think we did it, you guys. Several nerve-wracking days pass. Finally, you wake one morning to find the palace in an uproar. The king consort has been found dead in his bedchamber. You guys, we killed the king. We're the king now. Look at me. Look at my eyes. I'm the king now. Don Rixote de Flores is the king now. Yeah, Kate Nova, we just assassinated the king so that we can get with the queen. All right, next. And I think we're gonna get away with it because of our high charm stat and our high stealth stat. All right. Duquesa Constanza de Aguilar storms the halls, swearing the king consort died from poison, demanding a proper investigation. You feel as though you have swallowed ice. Soon, everyone in the palace knows the smell of almonds hung in the air when the king consort's body was discovered. Is it possible that he took his own life because of the queen's relationship with you? And is it just as possible that he was murdered? An investigation is launched to determine who did it. From the beginning, everyone eyes you. Your motive is glaringly obvious. Days pass. Her Majesty does not send for you. You spend most of your time pacing up and down your bedroom, wondering what will become of you. Ah, the suspense. Let's see if he passed. Let's see if he passed, you guys. What? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we get away with it. Next. This music makes it sound like we got away with it, but I don't know. I know Analive can't hear the music, guys. Sorry. The Hallelujah chorus just started playing on the Twitch chat. I mean, on the Twitch stream. All right. Just when you think the furor is dying down, and that you may have gotten away with it, you are awakened in the night by guards. Oh no! Pounding at your bedroom door. No! No! This music is not fit. Can we switch to a more somber song? And Moonlight Sonata is now playing. Alright, let me turn it up a little bit. Alright. Need a dramatic effect for the Twitch stream. We blew it. You're awakened in the night by guards pounding at your bedroom door. Without answering a single one of their questions, they grab you by the arms and haul you off to the dungeon. You are left there for 2 days with little food. No! No one visits, either to console or question you. Sometime during the second day, the same guards arrive. They take you by the arms and drag you to the Great Hall. The entire court has been convened. They're coming to take me away. Oh no. The queen presides, huge and terrible from atop her throne. The evidence against you is damning. Oh no, everybody heard the clapping of my ass cheeks while I was climbing up the window. That's what it is. It's my betrayed by my cake. Oh no. It seems a servant saw your Uncle Pedro. Uncle Pedro blew it, you guys, not us. It seems a servant saw your Uncle Pedro buying poison. When caught and questioned, Pedro appeared to have betrayed you, hoping for mercy. We got betrayed by Uncle Pedro. It's over, you guys. It's so Pedro-over. It's so Pedro. I hate this. This is the worst ending. We got betrayed by our pimp uncle. We got betrayed by the queen. We're in the dungeon. Oh no, our himbo muscles are withering away. Have you anything to say in your own defense? Luis de Vega asked you pleasantly. You shake your head. I can only beg for Her Majesty's mercy, you whisper. There's a long silence. Then, Queen rises from her throne. Mercy, she repeats. Mercy! You deserve no more than I would show to an insect I crushed under my foot. Okay, wait, that's actually kind of sexy, though. Will we get personally stomped to death by the queen? It might be worth it. It might be worth it to get personally stomped to death by the queen. You have slain my king consort, my beloved Esteban. For this you deserve a long and lingering death. We blew it so bad, you guys. We got the tortured to death ending. I curse the day I ever set eyes on you. You shiver. There is another silence, and then the queen says more calmly, but because you were once dear to us, we shall not exact the full measure of vengeance to which we are entitled. Your head shall be struck off. No, no head. We got the no head ending, you guys. Oh no. Pedro de Flores. We had access. Omatherius said we had access to unlimited royal booty, but got greedy and lost it all. What a cautionary tale. What a cautionary tale for everyone. Oh God. Pedro de Flores, who brought a venomous thing into our court, is sentenced to the same fate. And from this moment forward, the other creatures that make up the family de Flores are forbidden to set foot within Orovilla. Should any dare defy our decree, they shall pay for their effrontery with their lives. Wow, we ruined everything. We ruined our family. It's like really like dishonor on you, dishonor on your house, dishonor on your cows, dishonor on your dick, everything. Oh my God. Let's die. Guess I'll die. The following morning, I just got an achievement for being beheaded, by the way, guys. The following morning, men in black hoods drag you to an executioner's block set up outside the palace. They force you to kneel in front of it. You have time to reflect that you have ruined your family, as well as yourself, and wonder what will become of all of those at home. Then you hear the whistle of the blade above you, and your head is struck from your shoulders. The end. You finish the game with the following scores. Book smarts, 18. This is out of 100. 18 out of 100. Charm, 74. Subtlety, 68. Magic, 25. Wealth, 81. We were so rich, though. We couldn't have bought our own freedom. God. Reputation, 15. Many other endings are possible. Good luck finding them all. Alright. Part 2 of the game continues the storyline, but only if you are alive and romantically involved with the queen at the end of part 1. Alright, guys. I think that's the end of today. We got beheaded. Let's go! No head, let's go! Alright. Next time, I don't know if buy our freedom by returning to the queen her riches. Yeah, I guess so. True. Everything came from the queen. Oh, we blew it so bad, you guys. But anyways, we learned. I don't know if we'll do this one. If we do this one again, I'll have to like prime it to like start. Maybe we'll start from when we had the I'll like set it up to start from when we had the royal booty, okay? And then you know, so we don't have to go through everything. Yes, of course, Mr. Peanuts. Yeah, I want everybody to be able to participate. Mr. Peanuts just said thanks for listening to everyone's suggestions. Yeah, I want everyone to be able to participate. That's what makes this fun. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tether. We flew too close to the sun. We got beheaded because we assassinated. We successfully assassinated the king, but we got caught because our Uncle Pedro is fucking stupid. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. If Tether was here, we would have made it. All right. Well, yeah. If we ever do this again, I'll like pre-do it so that we can start back. I'll try to make the same choices if I can remember them, or I could like use my VOD as reference, and then I will we can start from when we were like fucking the queen, and then go from there if we decide to play again. All right. So thank you everybody who joined, who stopped by, who gifted on Analive. Okay, thank you Izumi for the raid today. Oh, I should have given her a shout out. Let me give I know it's late now, but sorry. I'm still learning how to how to do all these Twitch commands and stuff. That's Izumi. Izumi raided earlier, so thank you, Izumi. And yeah, thank you for making it fun by helping with your decisions. If you like this, let me know. If you like this more or less than the AI, I don't know. But yeah, I figured I'd change it up. Yeah, of course, Mr. Peanuts. It's good to have you too. All right, you have a great day. And guys, let's find somebody to raid. Oh, thank you, Amatherius. You're welcome. I love you guys so much. All right, let me find somebody to raid for the night, and then we will say goodbye. All right. Lots of people streaming right now. All right, let's see. Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't mute my... you guys, I think there's so many Nexans streaming right now. I think I wanna raid a Nexan today. I know Misty's in the chat is gonna be like, you defy me once again, but you guys, I'm in a unity mood, okay? I'm feeling very unity feelings. All right, I'm the boss. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Kenzo today, you guys. Let's raid Kenzo. All right. Let's raid Peepaw. So yeah, everybody say hi to Peepaw. Oh, hi Kyo. I'm gonna end my stream soon. In fact, let me say goodbye to Analive first. Bye bye, Analive. Thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful night. Mwah. Bye bye. All right. And let's raid Kenzo today. Alright, thank you everybody. Say Rigsy Raid. Ooh, Rigsy Raid. Yeah. Say hi to people. Be nice. And have a wonderful night. Bye bye.